or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA. There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
The Good Star Valley would like to congratulate Tate Lawson on being Man of the Week. Congratulations, Tate.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Patty Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton.
Lawson snap, hold, kick. We're knotted up. PAT's good.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
Hi, I'm Mitch here at the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Give me a call at 307-885-WEED, and I can get you some brochures on your knapweed, or I can get you in touch with somebody who can help you spray it or take care of it.
Hi, I'm Travis with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. This is going to be a community effort on all of our parts to do what we can to stop the spread of this invasive species. Spotted knapweed is not a plant we want in our community.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
On a beautiful fall evening in late September, it is the Fall Brawl tonight on the SBI Sports Network, where the Braves have their second home game of the year in what is their first conference opponent and their first opponent in the state of Wyoming, and it just so happens to be the neighbor up the Snake River Canyon, the Jackson Broncs, in town tonight. And this one counts. It's conference play inside the 3A West, where the three-time defending champs bring in their program record-setting 25-game win streak and hope to take on the Jackson Broncs this evening. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, Star Valley, and all the home Crimson. And now this is always a special meeting when it's Star Valley and Jackson. No different again tonight.
Well, just like with any team and any program, you have your rivalry games, and your wins and losses are a little bigger, a little more pronounced during those rivalry games. And, of course, this is a big one for both of these schools. They both want this one. Regardless of however many games you've won, how many state championships, you don't have to tell the Star Valley kids anything other than we're playing Jackson this week, and they're going to be ready to roll for it. On the other side, Jackson would love nothing better to come down here and end Star Valley's 25-game winning streak. That would make their entire day.
Jackson, speaking of the Broncs, they're fast. They have a couple of track athletes on the outside playing wide receiver that have had some good seasons so far. They love to throw the football, and you can expect Jackson to come in here and try and attack the Braves through the air tonight.
And that's going to be one of the prime matchups to watch out for. Of course, the Braves secondary has been very stingy. They've picked off a lot of passes, including 5 last week. against Soda Springs. So that's definitely going to be one matchup to watch.
On Star Valley side, speaking of throwing the football, Phoenix Hovey as a senior getting his first year as the guy under center for the Star Valley Braves varsity squad. He's having a great year, and he has all kinds of weapons behind him in the backfield and also around the perimeter.
Well, and he's found them all over the place, too. He's got receivers. He's got running backs that can catch it out of the backfield as well. Phoenix, we haven't even seen him run it yet, and we know he can. And so we got 13 passing touchdowns through the first 4 games. Phoenix is actually on pace to set a new single-season touchdowns thrown record for Star Valley High School if he were to stay on that pace. So, but as you mentioned, not only a rivalry game, but a conference game. Both of these teams are going to really want to start that 3A West Conference 1-0 tonight.
Hardly a cloud in the sky tonight in late September on a beautiful field. Star Valley football getting set to take on the Jackson Bronx. Coming up in our countdown to kickoff coverage presented by the First Bank of Wyoming. We'll have Jake Hibbard in the studio tonight with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report. Also, we'll have that Crimson Corner roundup. In tonight's tidbit of history, we go basketball tonight. The 2013 boys basketball champs, John Little, will take us back 12 years. Also, we'll recap this great rivalry. Millie Kazare on the sideline, Records Watch, keys to the game, all ahead of the anthem, the starters, and kickoff. When we come back, I had the chance to catch up with Star Valley High School senior Will Walker and get his thoughts on the season so far and the matchup tonight against the Jackson Bronx. Senior Spotlight next, and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff live on the SVI Sports Network.
E&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit svinews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's svinews.com/football roster.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
Senior Spotlight on the SVI Sports Network. Star Valley senior Will Walker is with us today. Will, great start to the season once again for Braves football. You're part of this group that actually, since your freshman year, your class has not lost a game in high school. That's incredible. So let's go back a couple of weeks to Sugar Salem. Tight game, big rival. You guys pull it off. What was that like? Did it add anything extra considering the streak?
Yeah, it was a hard game, but yeah, it added a lot on our backs. We have a target now. We've always had a target, but it's even bigger now, so we just got to keep going.
Awesome. All right, let's talk about Soda Springs last week. That was a game that had been rescheduled a couple times, ends up being Soda. What was the team's maybe mental focus heading into that one, and what were you guys hoping to accomplish in a game like that?
Well, Soda Springs, we think of their team as a faceless opponent, so where we try to focus on like all our fronts and everything. We just try to do our jobs, just focus on getting better. We didn't have a very good start, but we finished it pretty good at the end. So yeah, I think we improved a lot from that.
All right, you finally get into conference play, your first Wyoming opponent, and you get the Jackson Broncs, the rivals. What are you guys focusing on this week against Jackson?
Yeah, Jackson's a tough team this year, so we're just focusing on doing our jobs again. Yeah, it's important to do your jobs. Yeah, they got some really big guys this year. But yeah, if we work on what we're supposed to do, and yeah, I think we'll be able to win against them.
Will Walker, our senior spotlight here on SVI. Will, what has been your favorite part so far this season playing football for Star Valley High?
I gotta say it was camp, I think. Yeah, at camp we just bonded together, and I knew a lot of the guys. I didn't know them very close though, but yeah, I know them a lot closer now, so.
Absolutely. All right, when you're not playing football, what other hobbies do you have? What do you like to do?
Well, let's see. I like to be outside, just anything outside. I like building stuff. Puzzles, I guess. Puzzles too.
Very cool. Are you into video games? Do you have a favorite video game, or is that not your thing?
Yeah, I have a PS5, so I play quite a bit of games. At the moment, I'd say Call of Duty, to be honest, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. How about in school? What is your favorite class you have right now, and who's your favorite teacher currently?
Gotta think back. Probably go with choir. Yeah, it's a good one. Carrie's fun. She's always making me feel good. Yeah, I like choir. I like to sing.
Okay, well, I won't put you on the spot and make you sing a solo for us right now. I'll let that slide maybe next time. Will Walker, our senior spotlight here in SVI. Will, what are your plans after high school? Have any ideas or still working on it?
Well, I think probably out of high school, I'll probably serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I'm not sure what I'm doing after that, but yeah.
Excellent. Now, your family does something unique in the summer at carnivals and events. You sell what you call bubble waffles. They're incredible. Take us behind the scenes a little on the bubble waffle tent. Do you have a favorite? What's your favorite one personally?
Ooh, I like the savory one, the BLT. That's a really good one. I really like that one. Yeah. I don't really like working there, but my parents kind of forced me to work there most of the time. But yeah.
The truth. Yes, the truth. All right. How about your favorite candy bar?
Candy bar or just candy?
Candy's fine, yeah.
Okay. I'd probably go with Reese's Cups. Yeah, I like Reese's.
Excellent. Do you have a favorite movie?
Anything Star Wars or Marvel. Yeah.
All right, that kind of goes in the family a little bit, yeah. That's Will Walker, our senior spotlight on the SVI Sports Network.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
I think being in a small town, really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
Live from Brays Field in Star Valley High School. It's the last game in September, but the first conference matchup for Star Valley. It will be on their home field against the rival, the Jackson Bronx, and the Fall Brawl tonight as part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. First Bank is your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. Both teams on the field right now warming up as we're just over 20 minutes away from kickoff here tonight at Star Valley High School. Jake Hibbert has the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for details. That is the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Conference season is here, and this week Jake looks at how the 3A East and West regions are stacking up. All right, we'll try and catch up with Jake when we can. Now, how about we take a look at the Crimson Corner tonight? Crimson Corner is presented by Teton Tactical Supply. Follow them on Facebook, Teton Tactical.
Well, state golf was this past weekend. Both Star Valley teams qualifying for 4A. It's the first time they've both done that in the same season. Congratulations to them. Both finished ninth as a team. Cross country ran yesterday in Rexburg, also last week in Tillamook, Oregon. They just had their senior night. Colton Cranny, one of the seniors, ran the fastest ever 5K time for a Wyoming high school runner ever last weekend. Volleyball at the Casper Invitational fell to Kelly Walsh yesterday. 3 more matches today, and tournament continues tomorrow. Some scores to get you caught up on earlier for this week. Star Valley JV defeated Jackson 68-7. The Star Valley freshmen defeated Jackson earlier this afternoon 53-7. That's a look at your Crimson Corner, presented by Teton Tactical Supply.
Follow Teton Tactical Supply on their Facebook page. You can also join the Teton Tac Facebook group, where they raffle off tactical gear and guns with limited tickets for fair odds. That is Teton Tactical Supply and the Crimson Corner. And how about the roundup with the help of Sunrise Engineering?
These rankings, of course, courtesy of WyoPreps.com. Coaches and media poll in 4A. Sheridan and Kelly Walsh. The big matchup this week is Cheyenne East at number 4 in Natrona County. Laramie against the Campbell County Camels. Thunder Basin is in the capital city against the Indians. And Central will be at Rock Springs. Some 3A games. Got the Braves here taking on Jackson. It's a bit of a rivalry weekend. Powell is up the road in Cody. The matchup of the week, probably Riverton at Douglas. That'll be an interesting one to see who comes out on top of that one. You got a game tomorrow as well. Evanston at Green River. Keep aware of that. And in some 2A games of note, number 5 Burns at number 1 Bighorn tonight. Warren is at Lyman. Mountain View playing Kemmer right now. That's on the Spur. And Lovell is at number 3 Thermopolis. Cokeville taking on Pinedale. That's a look at your roundup from Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. We're on the gridiron tonight. Star Valley hosting the Jackson Bronx, but going indoors to the hardwood on the basketball floor with tonight's tidbit of history presented by Star Valley Medical Supply. Real answers, honest service, and quality home medical equipment. Find StarValleyMedicalSupply.com. Tonight, John Little takes you back to the 2013 Star Valley boys basketball team, where they finished runner-up the previous year and refocused for the 2013 season. Here's tonight's tidbit of history presented by Star Valley Medical Supply.
In 2012, the Star Valley boys basketball team came up just short, finishing second at state after losing to Torrington in the championship game. Team members say that loss lit a fire under the squad. Point guard Cole Battleson says the goal going into the next season was a title, fueled by constant practice over the summer. He says shooting guard Wyatt Schinover was so focused, he even snuck basketballs into class. By the end of the 2013 season, Schinover had shattered the Star Valley scoring record with 41 points in a single game. Team members say that their shot creation and chemistry made them formidable against other schools. Guard Dalton Pazzi says Battleson was great at trick passes that often led to alley-oops, especially early in the season. Coach Tony Sarris says the Braves kept other teams on edge with their full-court press defense. This lethal offensive and defensive combination gave the Braves a 21-5 record before they advanced to finals. There, they took on Powell High School, a team that had recently beaten them in the regional tournament. The game started with an early lead for the Braves, but Powell got a 3-point advantage near the end after a series of three-pointers. In the last few minutes, Schinover fouled out, leaving the game without a major scorer. But the field goal that mattered the most was going to come from a player who hadn't scored yet. The game was tied at 39 with 11 seconds left when Coach Sarris called timeout. There, Coach told Battleson to work the middle and see if he could get a shot or make a pass. After driving towards the basket, Battleson passed to forward DJ Sims, who fired the ball back to him. Battleson says he looked up at the clock, which made his defender think he was about to shoot. He then took advantage of an opening and fired at the basket. The shot went in as the buzzer sounded, putting the Braves ahead by 2 points. Sarah says that after losing 3 championships before, he felt jinxed. But this time, he broke the spell. The girls' basketball team also won their championship that season, marking the 6th and final time both teams won titles during the same season.
Heart of the Rockies, land is more than property, it's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
With the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, we're about 15 minutes away from the fall brawl tonight. Jackson in the road whites with the black and orange helmet. Star Valley in all crimson for their second home game of the season. First conference matchup tonight between Star Valley and Jackson. Now we do have Jake Kibbard ready to go with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report. Jake, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, as we head into week 4, we're finally now into that conference season. But doesn't it feel like by the time we get into the, quote, regular season, so much has already happened? Like take that Sugar-Salem game a couple of weeks ago, for example. Well, this week, summer finally ended, and as we get set for fall, we have teams across 3A who may be set to fall or perhaps rise in the standings, and we certainly know those temperatures will continue to fall. I wouldn't be surprised if this game is the last kickoff we have in the 60s. Not that I'm trying to make that happen or anything, just Wyoming stuff. But let's take a look at those standings as we sit in the 3A, starting off on the eastern side. You've got Lander at 3-0 and undefeated, and then there's Riverton at 3-1 and Douglas at 2-1. Lander started out hot offensively behind a veteran triplet combination of quarterback Paxton Hollingshead, running back Braden Baker, and wideout Finn McFadden. And they've put up an average of 42 points per game so far, but their opponents of Green River, Powell, and Evanston are a combined 2-10. This week they face 2-2 Torrington. In 2 weeks they have their rivalry date with 3-1 Riverton, which I think is most people's favorite to win the East. I know they're mine. Riverton, they face number 4 ranked Douglas tonight, that ranking in the Wild Preps coaches and media poll. And I see this game going Riverton's way by at least 2 touchdowns. But that's just one person's opinion. On the West, it looks like Star Valley, Cody, and then the fight for the rest. But as for who might have the edge on whom at the top, don't ask me. Both of those 2 teams look pretty good. Then there's 3-1 Jackson, who Star Valley faces tonight. The Bronx running back, Cooper Kinsler, comes in averaging 7 yards a carry, but those are preseason numbers. We'll see how they hold up in conference. Jackson's biggest difficulty tonight, and I think the rest of the year, will be protecting the quarterback, as their offensive line has improved from a year ago, but still has a tendency to let some rushers through. And their quarterback, Grant Johnson, has thrown into double shell coverage a few more times this year than makes me comfortable, and I think some interceptions are probably due to eventually show up. And Cody, well, the undefeated Bronx team has looked like Cody. And Cody, well, that undefeated Bronx team looks like Cody. Super fast, big swing offense, and disciplined defense. And if you asked me, I would say that in a couple of weeks, we'll be talking about that game between those teams as for, once again, who will have the crown in the 3A West. But we aren't there yet. So I'll leave it right there and send it back to you guys on the field.
Thank you, Jay Kibber. Nicely done, as always, with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report as part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, where you're more than just an account number. Visit your local branches in Alpine and in Afton. We're about 30 seconds away or so from the coin toss when we from the national anthem, so we'll send you down to the field for that. When we come back from that, we'll have your starting varsity roster players for the Star Valley Braves. And then we do have Millie Kazare on the sideline. She had the chance to catch up with McKay Young and also had a chance to catch up with Jackson head coach Keith Johnson. And we'll hear from Millie Kazare with the sideline report. Records Watch, keys to the game, also on the way. Let's go down to the field for the presentation of the colors here from Star Valley High School on the SVI Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Star Valley for tonight's game between the Jackson Bronx and the Star Valley Braves. Please rise for the presentation of the colors presented by veterans of foreign wars from both Star Valleys, 4797, and Jackson, 4274, along with Star Valley High School's color guard and student athletes from both Star Valley and Jackson. Please join us in honoring our country with the singing of the national anthem, a tribute to the values and spirit that unite us all, performed by the talented and Star Valley's own John Helston.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs burst
beautiful rendition by John Helston.
Phoenix Hovey, quarterback, son of Nate and Brianne Hovey, senior, Alpine, Wyoming.
Kyan Watson, son of Stacy and Kevin Watson, running back and middle linebacker, senior, hometown F, Wyoming.
Nathan Hatterley, son of Coulter and Amanda Hatterley, running back and middle linebacker, junior, Bedford, Wyoming.
I'm Will Linford, son of Sam and Lisa Linford, tight end, defensive end, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB. I'm a senior, and I'm from Smoot, Wyoming.
Roman Erickson, son of Scott and Brittany Erickson, junior, wide receiver, outside linebacker, Dry Creek, Wyoming.
Preston Ross, son of Mike and Robin Ross, receiver, safety, senior, Smoot.
Travis Thompson, son of Kyle and Aaron Thompson, junior, wide receiver and corner, Fairview, Wyoming.
Eliam Tautia, son of Lilian Eliam Tautia, running back, DN, fullback, senior, American Samoa, Nuan Setonga.
Caleb Erickson, son of Barton Janet Erickson, running back, defensive back, senior, Bedford, Wyoming.
Eli Christensen, son of Joe and Danae Christensen, senior, play center, defensive end, and I'm from Afton.
I'm Will Walker. I'm son of Richard and Trista Walker. I play outside linebacker and guard. I'm a senior this year, and I live in Fairview.
My name is Ryan Talbot, son of Ashley and Todd Larson. I'm an O-lineman. I'm a senior, and I'm from Alton.
My name is Dane Jensen. I'm son of Wade and Deanna Jensen. I play O-line, D-line. I'm a senior, and I'm from Afton, Wyoming.
Kevin Philby, son of Jane and Frank Philby, O-line and linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Crew Don Joy Morgan, son of Christian and Leanne Morgan, wide receiver and outside linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
Zach Thompson, son of Kenny and Ginger Thompson, wide receiver, DB. I'm a senior, Star Valley Ranch, Wyoming. My name is Dax Button, son of Ashley and Kevin Button, wide receiver, DB, junior, in Star Valley.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
Those are your starters presented by Mountain Star Products on Rocky Road in Afton, as we are about 5 minutes away from kickoff here between Star Valley and Jackson. Amelia Kazare down on the sideline with the Miles CPA sideline report. She had the chance to catch up with head coach McKay Young and get his thoughts on tonight's fall brawl. Here's Millie with the Miles CPA sideline report.
All right, okay, so coach, there's been a rivalry between Jackson and Star Valley for quite a while. What's been the main focus for the team in preparation for this week?
I mean, we understand there's a lot of people in this community and that community that this might be the only game they really care about, right? It's one of those that it's important to us because there's a lot of people from Star Valley that drive that canyon every morning and go down to Jackson to work, and we want to make sure that this next year is a good year for the Star Valley folk, that the bragging rights stay here in Afton. So it's an important game for the community. It's an important game for us.
Okay, and what's the pregame energy like going into this game?
Really good. This is one that doesn't take much of a motivational speech. Our guys love to play those guys. For our seniors, there's a chance this is the last time they get to play them. So again, there's just a lot of familiarity. These kids grow up together playing Little League football, soccer, basketball, baseball, all these different sports together. So the familiarity, I think, lends itself to some of the competition.
Okay, and last question. What are you hoping to see from the boys tonight?
Physical. I hope we're really physical. We talk about the identity of this community here is it's a blue-collar, ranch, cowboy, everything you expect in a Wyoming-type kid. We feel like that's part of our identity here in Star Valley, and it's important to us that we compete that way tonight.
Awesome. Okay, well, thanks for your time and good luck.
Thanks, Millie.
Thanks.
The Miles CPA Sideline Report with Amelia Kazare, presented by Miles CPA in Afton and Alpine. Call 885-0055. Dal, we talked about the rivalry with Coach Young. Let's recap it with the help of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Well, this one's just about 100 years old. The first time these two programs played, 1931 overall in the series. Star Valley leads at 69-18. Here in Afton, the Braves lead at 36-10. The last time these two teams met was last year in Jackson, 55-7 in favor of Star Valley. And looking at some of the trends, the Braves have won the last 3 meetings and 8 of the last 10. Again, that's your rivalry, brought to you by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Remember, when you're impaired, do not get behind the wheel. Drinking and driving, just don't. Presented by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Heading into this one, where we at on the Records Watch, presented by Star Valley Disposal.
Well, with 253 passing yards tonight, Phoenix Hubby would pass Brant Nelson in 2019 for passing yards in a season. And with 3 touchdown passes, Hubby would tie Tennyson Draney from 2005, and Trace Hatterley 2012, Reese Heibel 2014, and Taft McClure 2021 for passing touchdowns in a season. And why do I pick those numbers? Phoenix is averaging about 250 yards and 3 touchdowns a game so far this year. That's a look at your Records Watch, brought to you by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That is StarValleyDisposal.com. How about those keys to the game ahead of kickoff time, presented by SVI News?
Well, number one, Jackson's going to want to pass the ball. They have a great quarterback in Grant Johnson. He's going to want to sling it around. He's got to make it a no-passing zone. Grant has passed for over 700 yards and 8 touchdowns coming into this game. The Braves need to win the line of scrimmage. Part of that, Cooper Kinsler for the Bronx, averaging 107 yards rushing a game. The Braves cannot allow that if they hope to win tonight. Key number 3, they need to force at least 2 turnovers in my estimation, and they need to have at least 6 big plays, what I term as big plays, 15 yards plus, and that's a look at the keys of the game from SVI News.
Visit SVInews.com. Starters have been announced. Teams taking the field. Let's send it down to Amelia Kazare one more time for the Miles CPA Sideline Report. We heard from Coach Young. Millie had a chance to catch up with Jackson head coach Keith Johnson. Millie.
I also got the chance to talk to Jackson head coach Keith Johnson before the game. He told me the team has built speed and strength since the beginning of the year. I asked him how the energy is for Jackson going into this game tonight. He said there's some belief on the field, and he's excited to see the team put in 100% effort all 4 quarters. Back to you.
Amelia Kazare, nicely done as always with the Miles CPA Sideline Report. Miles CPA in Afton and in Alpine. The Jackson Bronx in town tonight, the Fall Brawl. The Braves will receive the opening kickoff. They'll do so on the south end zone. Jackson will be kicking off. They'll do so from the north end zone. As the sun sets to our backs behind us, you can still see the sunlight on the mountains over to the east of Star Valley. And the lights are on Braves Field for the first conference game of the season, and it happens to be the rivalry matchup between Star Valley and Jackson. That's going to do it for the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Find them online at gofirstbank.com. Alexi Balog will kick this one away for Jackson. He'll do so when the game is underway. It's going to be into the end zone for a touchback. Cooper Lancaster fields it at the goal line, steps into the end zone, and the Braves offense will take the field from their own 20.
I think that's going to be one element of this game that's going to be kind of worth watching. Jackson, of course, has just an absolutely phenomenal kicking game generally, and if they can send it into the end zone, Star Valley has shown they have absolute game breakers at special teams that kind of neutralizes them if they're able to boot it in the end zone every time.
Phoenix Hubby and the Braves offense, 1st and 10 from their own 20 in front of a full rowdy crowd in the grandstands, and as always, spectators around the outside perimeter as well. Bread and butter on the opening play of the game with a pitch backwards and into the second level. Broken tackle and then hit by the free safety and held to just a 4-yard gain. It was the carry from Kyan Watson, and it looked like he may break that one, but a big hit in the second level to make it a 6-yard gain.
And I think making that hit was the quarterback, Ace Emery, also playing some DB. Number 1, holy cow, that was a pretty good stick. Gain of 6 for Kyan.
Oh. It's going to be shotgun set here this time on 2nd down and 4. Here's a quick pass, and just outside of Travis Thompson. It was going to be a quick curl route, and Hovey can't connect. Miss Thompson. incompletion. It's 3rd and 4.
You know, Cooper Lancaster, Roman Erickson kind of headlining that receiver core coming back. But, man, Travis Thompson, he has proven to be really, really good. We knew he would be in his junior campaign, and gives them a nice trio to work with.
So a quick 3rd down situation for the Braves against the Bronx defense. From their own 26-yard line, Lancaster in motion, throw ahead to him, and he's eaten in the backfield, tries to sneak away but can't, does get positive yards, but I believe the Braves will go 3 and out. In fact, they'll just spot him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's 4th and 4. The Bronx defense forced a 3 and out.
Really well done here on that tackle. That is Jairo Centennial Perez. He is in there making a heck of a stop on the edge. Cooper makes a lot of guys miss, but not that time.
So quickly, we'll see Tate Lawson come in for the punt. And a whistle will be a timeout on Jackson. So we'll take the early timeout. Braves 3 and out. Back after this on SBI.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine, or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of the Star Valley Braves. Let's get back to Duke and Dow.
Early timeout for Jackson as their defense forces a 3 and out against the Braves offense. Lawson will have to punt on 4th and 4 from their own 26. A hard count, see if they can get Jackson to jump off sides. Bronx do not move. That would have resulted in a 1st down. Now here's the snap. It's low, but Lawson collects. He gets a pretty good kick away, a wobbly spiral. Fair catch called for and made at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Jackson Bronx. Grant Thompson will have a 60-yard field ahead of him on Jackson's first possession of the game.
Little housekeeping on my part. I had the wrong roster in front of me, folks. Sorry about that. Number 1 making that nice stick. That was Tyson Kendall who made that hit. And then number 7, Garrett Seals for the Bronx on that last series.
So 10:45 to go in the opening quarter. Grant Johnson is the quarterback for the Bronx, and some speed to throw the ball to. Tyson Kendall, Liam Logan, Jake Simmons likes to hand off the football to Cooper Kinsler and Marco Rosales. Those are kind of the main studs for the Jackson Bronx offensively, as Star Valley's defense will line up with a 1st and 10 from the Jackson 40-yard line.
Yeah, number 4, Cooper Kinsler. Comes into this game averaging 107 yards rushing. Definitely some confusion, though, for the Bronx. Got the nice 3 and out, but they took a timeout, and then now it looks like they're set.
Johnson from the pistol set. Thomas King, by the way, on the right, now left, now back right as they run up the middle. Hit initially by Roman Erickson, and then stopped there for a short yard gain. If you saw Jake Kibbert's presentation last night on Star Valley Sports Night, watch number 18 and where he lines up as the H-back. This time he's going to be a tight end split out wide. Shotgun set, man in motions, Kinsler out of the backfield. Throw on the curl route, it's caught by Simmons. He'll be tackled across the 45, shy of the 1st down to set up 3rd and 2 at the Jackson 48.
Some cool stuff there on the H-back. Of course, invented, popularized by Joe Gibbs, greatest coach of all time in the NFL.
Here's 10 minutes to go and a 3rd and 2 now for Jackson. Here's Johnson to throw, flushed out, under pressure, throws it, caught, broken tackle that will result in a 1st down. It was going to be tackled for loss, but instead a broken tackle up to midfield and across the 50 to move the chains for the Bronx.
This flat missed him. Cooper Kinsler caught this. It looked like Sam Gaskell was going to blow him up right here and just went to the outside.
So that puts Jackson in Star Valley territory from the Braves 49-yard line. And there's going to be a false start, I believe, unless they get offense on Jackson, maybe in the backfield. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be a dead ball foul and offsides on the defense. So a free 5 yards on 1st down, puts the ball up to the 44-yard line, and it will be 1st and 5.
That's another thing Jackson does with this up-tempo offense. If maybe you're feeling like you're not quite ready to roll, you maybe feel like you're on your heels a little bit defensively, it just compounds that and can lead to mistakes, can lead to big plays.
9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. First possession of the drive first possession of the game for Jackson after Star Valley went 3 and out. They'll shift the formation and reset. Here's a pass from Johnson. Throws to the flat. Caught by the H-back in King, and he's held to just a couple of yards. But it was on a 1st and 5, so it sets up 2nd and about 4 after the reception.
If I'm the Bronx on 2nd and short, maybe you take a shot here. You go for your deep guy, Tyson Kendall, or Jake Simmons, number 1 or number 5.
Trips to the right side of the formation. Johnson looks that way, swings it to Kinsler out of the backfield. He has a block and a broken tackle for a first down, and then ridden out of bounds, actually kept in bounds, but tackled shy of the 35. That's going to be another Jackson first down, and so far the Bronx moving the ball against the Braves defense.
And they've gone to Kinsler out of the backfield a couple of times, and I think that's smart. He's really good in space. He's fast, get the ball in his hands. Gain of 6 on that one.
From the Star Valley 36-yard line, 8:15 to go in the first quarter. A new set of downs, 1st and 10. Once again, Johnson in the shotgun with Kinsler to his right side hip. And movement again on the defense across the line of scrimmage, and that'll be another offsides. 2 Braves jumped on the edge, and an easy 5 again for the Bronx.
Quite frankly, that's not really been an unusual thing for the Braves defense. As good as they've played this year, they've been drawn off on multiple occasions. It's an aggressive defense, and sometimes they get caught being a little too aggressive.
That's the second time that's happened to make it 1st and 5. Clock continues to roll down to 7:49 as the play comes in from the sideline. Bronx will break the huddle. Shotgun again for Johnson with Kinsler to his left side hip. H-back is King on the left side. Kinsler rolls out of the backfield. Now Johnson will throw to the curl route to Simmons. Caught another broken tackle and another first down for Jackson, down to just shy of the 20-yard line. And Bronx continue to move. 7:31 remaining in the first, and the Jackson Bronx just outside the red zone.
That one to Simmons, as you mentioned, gain of about 10 yards. Right now, Grant Johnson 5 for 5, 30 yards on this drive.
Again, Kinsler out of the backfield, but Johnson goes to the left. That's caught by Kendall. This time he can't get away. A tackle made on the perimeter by Travis Thompson to keep it as a 3-yard gain on the quick pass play, but it does put Jackson inside the red zone, down to the Star Valley 18.
That's going to be really key for this Star Valley defense. Jackson's going to get some completions, but the run after the catch or after contact, you got to keep that to, like you just saw, 2-3 yards.
Trips in a sort of diamond formation over to the right side this time. Kinsler motions over to that side to go heavy on the perimeter. Johnson will throw, fires to the curl route again, and another broken tackle and skirt into the end zone. Liam Logan gets away from the defense on the stacked outside formation, and a couple of penalties and not wrapping up. Jackson scores first against the Braves defense. 6:35 to go in the first quarter, and so far Jackson has stunned this Star Valley crowd to take the early lead.
Well, you see Roman Erickson actually fell down right there, and then it was off to the races for Liam Logan. He's barely touched from 18 yards out.
PAT's good, 6:35 to go, 7-zip, Bronx on top on SVI.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
Here's more from Duke and Dow with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Jackson scores first on an 18-yard pass to Liam Logan. The ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff from Alexi Baylog. His last was a touchback, and the Bronx leading at 7-0. 6:35 to go in the opening quarter of the fall brawl. Here's the kick. This one again is going to be deep, but returned at the 1-yard line by Lancaster. Quickly to the 10, 15, block 20. Cooper in the open field, broken tackle, 30, swipes the tackle again, but brought down at near the 40. Good return of 37 yards for Cooper Lancaster.
He is just so good at making guys miss, and you feel like he doesn't even have to get to his full speed. In fact, this kind of felt like a jaunt for Cooper Lancaster, but he goes back and fetches this at the 1-foot line, really, and then is able to dance his way all the way up to the Star Valley 38. Good field position, and the Braves are going to need it after going 3 and out on the opening possession, and Jackson looking perfect on their opening drive.
Star Valley looks to answer, being down 7-0 early. 6:25 to go in the first quarter. Hovey in the shotgun with trips to his left side. Pressure up the middle by the Bronx, handoff, nice block, and a missed tackle up to the 45 and 46. It once again was Kyan Watson on the carry, running hard, and he'll pick up 8 yards on first down.
A lot of space to work with there on that left side of that line as Kyan really wasn't even touched until he hits in the secondary. Got Will Walker out there, saw Dax Button as well. Here's a quick snap.
Here's a handoff again to Watson. He'll have the first down and more across midfield, 50-45, and that's the Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Those pulling guards doing a great job. Will Walker, Cash Thompson opening up those holes, and it's going to be 1st and 10 inside Bronx territory.
14 yards on that one and all kinds of space for Kyan Watson. He's finally tripped up, but the Braves, they're not messing around on this drive. They're just handing it to Watson, and they are plowing the road.
From the Jackson 42, this time in the backfield is Hatterley. He's to the left side. Hard count, handoff to Hatterley. He'll have room on the right. He'll dive ahead after being tripped up at the 40, but falls all the way across the 35 to have another nice pickup on first down of 9 yards to set up a 2nd down and 1. 5:20 remaining in the first.
What's fun to watch with both of these guys, Kyan Watson, Nathan Hatterley, not only do they just get extra yards after contact. They're fun to watch that way.
No huddle, back to Hatterley, hands off left side. Another nice block. He's tripped but falls forward again to the 30 for another Star Valley Orthodontics first down. The Braves rolling right now on the ground to try and tie up the game.
Well, right now the Braves 5 carries, 40 yards, and 34 of those have come on this drive.
Clock ticking down to 4:53 to play in the opening quarter. Star Valley trailing 7-0, but marching down the field as Thompson gets some direction to set up trips to the left side. Button and Erickson over on that side as well. Lancaster alone top right. It's Hatterley in the backfield. Hovey throws. Thompson screen play. Has a block to the 20. Hovey hits the sideline and out of bounds inside the Riverside Dental red zone. That'll move the chains for another Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
Look at the blocking here. Roman Erickson and Dax Button do a great job opening this up for Travis Thompson. Look at Dax blocking downfield. That's a gain of 10 for Travis Thompson.
Spots the ball at the Jackson 18-yard line as Sam Gaskell subs in to play a tight end on the left side. They'll have a bunch formation with Cooper and Roman both on that left side as well. Hand off to Hatterley. Tries to get the edge, but this time he's wrapped up. Has a broken tackle. Lost the ball. Did he get it back? It may have bounced to him, and it's going to stay with Star Valley. Hatterley recovers his own fumble, but he's hit the backfield, and it stays with Star Valley a loss of 3 on the play, loss of 2 on the play. Here's your Fall River Propane replay.
Noah Zalesnik, the first guy in there, number 34.
Oh, he was down on his ankles and able to haul it in, falling backwards. 3:40 to play in the opening quarter. I formation. Alea Mountatia playing fullback as Coach Young goes big offensively here. Cooper Lancaster flanked wide to the left. Kyan Watson, it's Watson playing tailback, double tight ends. Lancaster in motion across the formation. Play action, throws, open man in the end zone, wide open as Gaskell cut at the 2 and in untouched. He got behind the defense, nobody watching Gaskell.
22-yard touchdown reception for Sam Gaskell, and wide open here as the Jackson defense sucks into the line of scrimmage. Nobody goes with Sam, and he is out for a jaunt into the end zone for 6.
In for the tying PAT is Tate Lawson to make it 7-7 as the Braves do answer with 3:18 to go in the first quarter. Snap, pull, kick, good. 7-all, the fall brawl on the SBI Sports Network.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Tate Lawson on being Man of the Week. Congratulations, Tate.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Lawson, snap, hold, kick. We're knotted up. PAT's good.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
Ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff is fielded inside the 10-yard line by the Bronx. Kendall bounces middle, now goes back out left side. It's actually Kinsler who's shoved out of bounds now around the 30-yard line. Let's send it out to Jake Hibbard for a Lincoln County Weed and Pest studio report. We have a final with Lyman and Worland.
Yeah, we got a final with Lyman and Worland right here, and they say it's a game of inches. It could come down to one play, and this is the play that caused it. Lyman pick sixth by Worland, and they'll run the rest of the way. 7-0 your final. Worland defeats Lyman on the road. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake Hibbert. Great report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Spray your knapweed. Find the Weed and Pest for details. Braves answer with a Sam Gaskell touchdown reception after a impressive drive for the Braves to knot up the game at 7 apiece. 3:10 to go in the opening quarter. Bronx now back out on offense from their own 32-yard line. To throw is Johnson, flushed out, set up the screen, and a big hit at the point. The ball was caught and is going to be held onto for a 4-yard gain, but paying the price for it was Thomas King.
So you actually give King a lot of credit for hanging on to that. Pretty big hit from Kyan Watson. 4-yard gain, but he paid for it. But Grant Johnson right now, Duke, 8 for 8. 55 yards and a touchdown to 5 different receivers.
2nd down and 6 now from their own 36. Here's the handoff, bouncing to the outside. Great open field tackle from Roman Erickson. He didn't let that one slip away from him as Kinsler's tackled for loss.
Roman made a habit of doing this last year as a sophomore. He's back as a junior. That is a veteran move. He was blocking, and then he waited until he saw which way Kinsler went and then shed his block, shucked him aside, and then went and tracked him down for a 4-yard loss.
Johnson again in the shotgun with split backs behind him. Kinsler's going to be to his left. 3rd down and 10 for the Braves defense from the Jackson 32-yard line. Out of the backfield is Rosales. Johnson will throw looking to his left. Hits Kinsler out of the backfield. And Roman Erickson again is there. Wow. And again is a big TFL. Clear back inside the 25. And it's 4th and forever now for the Jackson offense. 3 and out for the Braves defense.
Well, Roman is a dang competitive kid from a dang competitive family. And I don't know how he fell down on that last drive or slipped, but I'll bet he is mad as heck at it. And he made 2 plays right there that kind of back up that theory.
4th down and 18. And Balo will come out and punt this one away from his own 12-yard line. Lancaster and Thompson back to return the punt. Lancaster at the 35 left hash. Thompson over outside the right hash from inside the 30. Hammond comes in late to play along the line for the Bronx as they'll kick it away with 1:16 to go in the opening quarter, tied at 7. High but short kick, end over end. It's going to fall at the 45, take a Star Valley bounce, and Jackson will down it with great field position for the Braves. A mile high, but not very long. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Star Valley 47.
The elk up on top of the hill got a good view of that one. It was so dang high.
So the Braves were 3 and out on their first possession of the game. Second possession, they marched down the field, started on the ground, finished it through the air, and with 1:05 to go in the first, they have a chance to take the lead.
I'm a big fan of the old school football. You power it and then hit the play action. It opens things up, I feel like, and kind of saw that last drive, although that was an extreme example. Sam was wide open for his touchdown catch.
Kyle Watson in the backfield, trips to the left side. Hovey in the shotgun. Will throw, almost lost it, and he collects it, but is sacked. That extra second where he almost dropped the ball results in a Thomas King sack in the backfield to put Star Valley inside the 35 down to the 41.
Well, one little bit of a mistake there. You almost dropped the ball, but Thomas King was there to make sure you paid for it. That's a nice play from King. And a loss of 6 on the quarterback sack.
2nd and 16, the clock rolling down to 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Still tied 7-7. Crowd comes alive here on a 2nd and 16. Hovey empty backfield. Bronx show pressure up the middle. 3 down linemen, and they bring 4. Hovey steps up, has a pocket, rolls, fires on the run. Lancaster caught. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Hovey on the run. Cooper Lancaster down the sideline behind the corner, and he scores with 14.7 remain.
What a dang missile from Phoenix Hovey. He steps up, he rolls out, he zips this thing, 59-yard touchdown, right on the money to the sideline to Cooper Lancaster. Holy moly, Phoenix Hovey.
So after falling down 7-0 early, the Braves strike back-to-back times with 14.7 to go in the first quarter, and they lead at 13-7. Lawson for the ensuing Carpus Plus Color Tile PAT. Lancaster will hold. Here's the snap, hold, kick, 14-7 Braves on the SBI Sports Network.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
Ensuing Carpus Plus Color Tile kickoff after the dart down the field to Lancaster for the 59-yard score. Lawson will leave this one at the 1. Nope, it goes through the hands of Kinsler, the returner, and into the end zone for a touchback for Tate Lawson. The Braves leading it now 14-7.
So Duke, people talk about all the time about what are teams looking for at the next level, or that right there. If I'm Phoenix Hovey, that might lead my highlight reel. He steps up from pressure. He's calm. He feels it. He rolls out, and on the roll, he zips that thing down the field about 35 to 40 yards, puts it right on Cooper's hands. That was a heck of a play. It really was.
See if Jackson has an answer as they're now down by a touchdown. 14-0 run for the Braves to lead 14-7. 14 seconds remains. Johnson, wide receiver screen, caught and broken tackle. No, he will fall down. Dylan Hershey came up to make the tackle and holding it to a 3-yard gain on the wide receiver screen to Simmons. Simmons spins, but just enough contact from Hershey to get the tackle.
And Grant Johnson came into the game 64% on the year. He's 10 for 10 in the first quarter. What a offensive highlight in that first quarter.
That'll take us to the end of the first. 14-7 Braves, SBI Sports.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
This is live coverage of local high school sports on SVI Media and the SVI Sports Network.
Quick pass out to the right side is caught by Jake Simmons again on a wide receiver screen. That was on a 2nd and 6. They'll give him a few yards to make it 3rd and 3. Jackson goes no huddle offense as we open up the second quarter of play in Afton. Braves leading at 14-7. Once again, Grant Johnson will be in the shotgun. With him in the backfield is Kinsler. He'll roll out to go spread offense. 3 receivers to the right and 2 receivers to the left on 3rd down and 3 from their own 27. Johnson will throw. Short pass, almost knocked down, but it is caught. Will be enough for the first down. Tackle made by the Braves, but not until Simmons is able to get 1 yard beyond the sticks to move it. Spot the ball at the Jackson 31-yard line. 32 rather. Hershey on the tackle to make it 1st and 10 for the Bronx.
Grant Johnson so far in this game, 12 for 12, 58 yards, basically using that short passing game as a running game.
Thomas King, the H-back on the left side of the formation, 2 receivers on that side. Kinsler in the backfield. Now it's going to be King motioning over to the right. Here's a handoff to Kinsler. Bounces to the outside. Roman that time can't get him around the ankles. Another broken tackle to the 35 and out of bounds near the 40. Tough running out of the backfield by Cooper Kinsler of Jackson. They'll give him almost about 8 yards. No, 10 yards. That'll be another Jackson first down across the 40 to the 42.
And you can see if you don't make that tackle, Cooper Kinsler's got the speed to beat you.
Trips right. Johnson throws to Kinsler on the screen. He's pursued. He's tackled for loss at the 40-yard line. Roman Erickson, first one there again. Another TFL for him. He's racking those up tonight.
Yeah, I think that's his 3rd one of the night, and we've barely started the second quarter. Ryan Talbot in there in pursuit as well. Basically, Ryan Talbot herded him right into Roman Erickson.
Well, he wasn't going to cut back right into number 70. I wouldn't.
That would be a bad life decision.
2nd and 12 from their own 40-yard line. Now with 10:08 to go in the second quarter, down by a touchdown to the Bronx on offense. Once again, a short pass caught by Rosales through his hands and incomplete. Dropped it to set up a 3rd down and 12.
Well, that's Grant Johnson's first incomplete pass, and it was a drop, so can't we pin that on him. But that is the thing when you have the short passing game, Duke, when you're moving it down the field, it's great when everybody's catching it. But even just one of those, you go from maybe having 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, somewhere in that range, and now it's 3rd and 12. So it changes things just a little bit.
Clock is stopped after the incompletion at 10 minutes, 1 second to go. Trips to the left side on 3rd down and 12 for Grant Johnson in the shotgun. Looking to his left, wants to fire it deep, does, and into coverage. It is intercepted by Thompson. He's tackled where he caught the ball, but scooped out of the air by Travis Thompson. This going to be a pick for the Braves and a turnover on the defense.
So the moment Grant Johnson throws this, Travis Thompson starts adjusting to it, and then you got Tyson Kendall, the Jackson receiver turning into a defender, and he's unable to get in between the ball and Travis Thompson. But right as soon as that ball came out of Grant Johnson's hands, Travis had the best shot at it, and he went up and grabbed it.
First turnover of the game, and the Braves will collect it defensively. 9:53 to go. Star Valley on a 14-0 run to lead 14-7 with the ball back on their own 30. The throw caught by Hatterley out of the backfield. He makes a man miss. Hatterley to the 40, puts his shoulder down to move the chains. An 11-yard reception out of the backfield for Nathan, and a Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
Throwing to the running backs out of the backfield. It's kind of been a theme so far in this game. First catch of the night for Nathan Hatterley here, and he does a good job of what we talked about as a running back, but still in space, making a guy miss, and then finishing with contact. And him and Kyan Watson, they are quite a duo doing that.
Spot the ball at the 41-yard line. A new set of downs with 9:15 to go in the second quarter. Shotgun, Hovey trips to his right. Quick bubble screen caught by Lancaster. Has a block to the 45 and 50. Cooper's on the run to the 40. 30, one man to beat. Sidesteps and out of bounds. No flag on the play, and another big reception for number 1. Another Star Valley Orthodontics first down, and that puts the Braves inside the red zone.
That's a great job of saving the touchdown. I thought it was going to be Cooper's second 59-yard touchdown of the game, or of the half. Gets a monster pancake block from Roman Erickson, and then he's on his horse here, eventually pushed out of bounds by number 7. That is Garrett Seals.
First and 10 now from inside the Riverside Dental red zone. Split backs from the 18. Hand off to Watson. He'll go left side. He'll break through into the secondary and tackled inside the 10. That should be another Star Valley Orthodontics first down to the 8-yard line. 8:33 to go, and the Braves continue to roll on offense after the 3 and out to start the game.
Yeah, and they've been picking up chunks of yardage from the 18 that time down to the 8, so a gain of 10 for Kyan. That last catch for Cooper Lancaster was 41 yards. He's got 3 catches for 100 yards so far in this half.
Lancaster flanked wide left. Watson's out. Hatterley's in behind the line of scrimmage with pass on the slant, and it is lucky it wasn't picked. Trying to hit Lancaster on the quick slant, led him too far out in front. He wasn't able to get it, and it almost went right into the hands of the Bronx.
Yeah, number 8, Jeshua Flores Jacopo, he almost had this baby. Number 8, in fact, I think he was watching the receiver and didn't get a look at the ball until right late. You can see him swat at it. If he'd have read that right away, I think he would have picked that off.
Second and goal from the 8 with 8:02 to play after the incompletion. Braves looking to strike again with a 14-7 lead. Second and goal from the 8. Elijah Matatia again in the fullback position. Here's a bread and butter pitch to Watson. Nice hole, sidestep inside the 5, dives for the end zone. Did he get across the goal line? No, tackled just shy of the goal line. Third and goal from inside the 1 for the Braves.
I thought he was going to get in here. He gets, look at this the hole that he works with. Kyan lowering his shoulder, driving for the end line. Going to say he's down just prior, so brings up third and goal from the 1 or just inside it.
7 minutes, 35 seconds. And Watson again, the tailback, Matatia, the fullback. Turn, hand off to Matatia. He leaps over the line. And Old School across the goal line for the touchdown. Aliyah, 6 points through the air on the rushing play to make it 20-7.
Didn't even have to land on his side or his belly or his back or anything. He keeps his feet after the dive. 1 yard, 1 touchdown, Elijah Matatia.
7:25 to go in the second quarter now. Once again, Tate Lawson in for the Carpets Plus Color Tile PAT. Snap, hold, and it's good again. 21-7, Braves SBI.
Hi, I'm Mitch here at the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Give me a call at 307-885-WEED, and I can get you some brochures on your knapweed, or I can get you in touch with somebody who can help you spray it or take care of it.
Hi, I'm Travis with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. This is going to be a community effort on all of our parts to do what we can to stop the spread of this invasive species. Spotted knapweed is not a plant we want in our community.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Find local scores from around the region after the game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Ensuing kickoff is left short. It's going to be around the 30, recovered by Jackson. Their football. We have another rivalry tonight up in Park County. Cody Powell, Jake Hibbert has an update for us on that one. Let's go up north. Jake, what do you got?
Yeah, so believe it or not, this game is not that big of a blowout. Right here, we see a 39-yard touchdown by Marco Skoric. That is only the second score. It's 14-0 in the second. Back to you.
With the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio update here in this game. It's 7:25 to go in the second. Aliyah Matatia finishes off the drive, leaping over the goal line on the plunge from the fullback position. And it'll be 21-7, Star Valley on top. Here's a handoff by Kinsler. He goes up the middle and is stuffed. Maybe a yard to set up 2nd and 9.
Just wanted to point out a really heads-up play by number 44 of Jackson, Isaac Goralski. The Braves tried that pooch punt, and it was trouble. It was a live ball, and he was the last man standing who was able to corral that ball on the kickoff.
Grant Johnson, empty backfield, short pass and catch again by Kendall, but he goes down almost immediately with another open field tackle made by the Braves. Thompson this time wraps him up, held to a 4-yard gain to set up 3rd and 5. Clock continues to roll down to 6:41 to play before halftime. Braves have scored 21 answered to have a 14-point lead.
Jackson 2 of 4 on 3rd down in this first half.
Empty backfield again for Grant Johnson. Calls for the ball, has it, looks right, fires away. Another short route, caught for a 1st down, and brought down as Thomas King after crossing the yard to gain to move the chains up to about the 41-42.
About 3 yards there for King, but Jackson's done a good job of getting across what they needed. Actually, call it a 4-yard gain and moving those chains.
1st and 10 for the Bronx now from their own 43-yard line. Clock's down to 6:07 to go, 2nd quarter. King goes from left to right as the H-back. Handoff to Kinsler. He's hit and stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go, up the middle again for Kinsler. No gain on the play.
Kyan Watson, Tate Lawson, Will Linford. Tate Lawson in on that stop. Crew Morgan's got a handful of jersey there trying to pull back.
They'll give him forward progress for half a yard to make it 2nd and 9.5.
Nathan Hatterley too, excuse me.
Empty backfield, trips to the left side, 2 receivers on the right. To throw, Johnson goes short, caught, and nowhere to go after the catch. 3 Braves collide on King for the tackle. It's going to be a reception, but only for a 1.5 yard gain. 3rd and 8 to go. Clock down to 5:12 remaining before halftime. Ball spotted on the Jackson 45-yard line.
Grant Johnson, 15 of 17. Those 15 completions, though, netting only just 68 yards. He has thrown a touchdown, but also a pick.
They'll break the huddle. Kinsler remains in the backfield. Johnson in the shotgun, trips to the right side. Kendall, the lone receiver, flank to the left. Here's a handoff to Kinsler. Tries the edge, has a block, beats the defense and up the sidelines for a 1st down in Braves territory. Turns on the speed, and man, can he run across the 45 and out of bounds at the 41.
Yeah, the Braves, I thought maybe the Braves were trying to string him out there, and instead he gets the edge. Can see him turn it up there, and yeah, he's got some speed. Gain of about 14 yards on that one.
1st and 10, new set of downs to Star Valley's 41-yard line. In the pistol set, Kinsler behind the quarterback. Hand off to him again to the right side of the line. He'll get a yard to the 40-yard line to make it 2nd down and 9. Clock rolls down to 4:15 remaining in the 2nd quarter.
That last run of 14 yards actually tripled Kinsler's rushing output. He's now got 8 carries for 22 yards after that last carry.
Liam Logan flanked wide to the right, stacked receivers, trips on the left. Here comes Kinsler out of the backfield. Johnson will throw, fires, caught, and no, he dropped it. Going down to collect the ball was Tyson Kendall, but he's hit and cannot hang on to it. Stops the clock at 3:45 on the incompletion. 3rd and 9 for the Bronx.
Let's see who this was on defense who's able to provide the contact there for the Braves. It's like Roman Erickson.
2nd down and 9. 3rd down and 9.
Bronx 3 of 5 on 3rd down.
Whistle on the play.
Back judge whistled it.
Not sure what for. Now they're going to line up and get ready to go. 3:25 on the clock. And a timeout taken by Jackson. We'll take the timeout. Big 3rd and 9 for the Bronx on SBI.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
I'm Caleb Erickson. You're watching the Braves on SBI Media.
After the Jackson timeout, the Bronx have one remaining. They used one early in the first quarter. Used their second just now with 3:25 before halftime. It's a big 3rd and 9 for Jackson coming out of the huddle from the Star Valley 40. Braves lead at 21-7.
When the Bronx have had 3rd and short, they've converted. When they've had longer like this, they've either had to punt or they've turned it over so far in this half.
Grant Johnson has Kinsler in motion. Goes heavy on the left side. Johnson throws that way. Picked up. Oh, almost picked up, but dropped. Dylan Hershey was there. He has a nose for the football defensively. Almost had another pick, but it does set up a 4th and 9.
I think he has one in every game so far this year, and he had both hands on both sides of his helmet here because he knows he had that one too.
Kind of in that no man's territory right now for Coach Keith Johnson and the Bronx. They're at their Star Valley 40. So even though it is 4th and long, they're going to go for it here with 3:20 before halftime.
Well, they have drawn the Braves offside twice, as in the first quarter. If nothing else, if that happened, it would shorten this 9 yards.
Spread formation, Grant Johnson shotgun. He'll pooch punt it from the quarterback spot, and so they will punt it away. It'll bounce to the 10 and roll inside the 10, down to the 5. Great kick from Grant, and that's going to pin Star Valley deep down to their own 5-yard line. So the Braves do get the stop and the ball back. They have 3:09 before halftime and a 95-yard field in front of them.
Well, for the Braves, outside of that 3 and out to start the game, they have been picking up yardage in chunks, and most of it has gone to Cooper Lancaster through the air. He's got 100 yards receiving, and then Kyan Watson on the ground. Kyan averaging 9 yards a carry.
And Cooper's 100-plus yards on 2 receptions, right?
3.
3 receptions, all right. So it's an I formation from the 5. Jackson comes up tight, bread and butter pitch, back to Watson, makes a man miss, and does get some breathing room across the 10-yard line. When the Braves have run the ball, one of the big things is they are falling forward, and they're getting 3-4 yards after contact. It's going to be a 2nd and 4 after the run up the middle. No huddle offense, bread and butter again, back to Watson again. He'll get through the line, falls forward again up to about the 14. Should be stopped just shy of the 1st down and set up 3rd and short for the Braves.
Got a flag on the field. Braves are backing up. It looks like it's going to be on them.
White Hat will step forward and give us a holding call. That will go against Star Valley. Flag sitting at the 11.
Which was the line of scrimmage.
That'll put Star Valley pretty deep.
So I guess you go half the distance on that one, right? So about to the 5.5.
Yep, just shy of the 6. Redo 2nd down. It will be a 2nd and 9. Offset backs behind Hovey under center. Turn, handoff. No, Hovey's going to throw. He's in the end zone. Finds a man open out of backfield and a huge hit. Hatterley went up to get the ball, had his feet taken out from him. He flips over in the air, lands on his head. Pass is incomplete. He pops right back up and goes to the sideline. That was a big collision.
He had Nathan for just a minute, and I think that was Tyson Kendall comes in, read the play, and whew, you hold your breath on that one.
Hatterley walks to the sideline, but then comes back into the game. He seems to be okay. Yeah, that was a dangerous one. He was up in the air and got his literal head over heels.
Braves 0 for 1 on 3rd down in this half.
Hatterley in the backfield. 3rd and 9. Here's a handoff. Nice hold for Hatterley. Has the block. Put his shoulder down and the 1st down. And after he had his feet taken out the play before, he has a nice run on the perimeter to move the chains of Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down.
gain of 16 on 3rd and 9. You'll take that from your running game.
I believe, if I saw the number correct, that was Ryan Talbot out lead blocking way in the open field, pulling from the line.
All-stater last year.
1st and 10, Hovey throws short, caught by Lancaster, has some room, turns on the speed, 40, 50, one man to beat, juke step and can't get away from him, but a big catch and run again for Cooper Lancaster. It was about a 3-yard pass. Cooper does the rest with his legs. He's all the way down to the Jackson 35.
Well, if not for Garrett Seals, Cooper Lancaster would have 2 more touchdowns in this half. He saved the last one. This time Seals does a good job of able to keep Cooper in front of him enough to make the tackle here after the big play, but Cooper would have scored on both of those had Seals not stopped him.
Another Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Hatterley in the backfield, hand off to him, has blockers on the right side. He'll break a tackle again, have his feet taken out. He'll be taken down for a couple. There is a flag on the far sideline after what was a couple-yard gain. Clock will stop on the penalty at 1 minute and 20 seconds. Second down pending a false start, though, on the Braves, so they'll replay first down.
You typically don't see a whole play come to fruition like that on a false start. There's a lot of action after that false start. Fourth penalty on Star Valley, totaling 21 yards.
That's a 5-yard penalty on the offense. Down remains first down.
First and 15. Back to the Jackson 40. Star Valley does have all 3 timeouts if they need them, but for this offense, a minute 20 is forever. 40 yards to go. Hand off to Watson. Nice blocking to the 35, 30, hit by the second level and brought down at the 30, but a nice 10-yard run and a timeout taken by Coach Young in the offense. 2nd and 10 with a minute 7 when we come back on SVI.
This is Dylan Hershey, and you're watching Braves football on SVI Media.
Star Valley and Jackson late second quarter. Braves marching with a minute 7 to go. They started this drive after a Jackson punt. It was on their own 5-yard line, and now they're down to the Jackson 30, facing a 2nd and 5, 2 timeouts remaining. Watson in the backfield. Hovey in the shotgun, trips to the left side, tight end that end as well. Here's a handoff to Watson, patient, and then he's taken down from behind. He will fall forward for a couple of yards. We'll see if Coach Young calls a timeout. He will not. He's going to let the clock roll and keep those 2 and quickly try and get back to the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 3.
That's probably the shortest gain Jackson's allowed to the Star Valley running game, so you'll take that if you're the Bronx.
Braves go I formation, try and pick up this first down. Here's a bread and butter pitch to Watson, has the first down and more, down to the 20, and now Coach Young will probably take that timeout, and he does. 36.8 to go. We'll take another break here. Braves 1st and 10.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit SVInews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's SVInews.com/football roster.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
Back after Star Valley's second timeout. They have 1 remaining from their Jackson 21-yard line. 36 seconds remains before halftime. Here's a sweep around to Lancaster. He's going to come back and throw. He's going to go back to Hovey. He's caught at the 10, 5, looks for the pylon, stretches it across, he's out of bounds. Hovey was hoping he was in. He calls for touchdown, but it will be stopped shy. He stepped out of bounds, but back to Hovey from Lancaster on the pass play. Little trick play with 27 seconds remaining.
Of course, Cooper has thrown the ball a little bit going back to his sophomore year. That one Phoenix had to wait for that one. Otherwise, I think he absolutely would have scored. Official's going to say right there at the 2, he stepped out. Gain of 19.
Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Braves now looking at a 1st and goal from the 2. They go I formation. Aaliyah Maltatia again, the fullback. Brennan Butter pitch to Watson. In, standing, touchdown Braves with 22 seconds remaining. And Star Valley now with 27 unanswered points. That one a 95-yard drive in under 2 minutes of game time.
And Kyan Watson basically just walking in on that one. The offensive line and the blockers up front with Matawatia, they are blowing the Broncs off the line tonight.
The PAT. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. No, he actually hooked that one to the left. No good. So it's a 20-point game. Braves up 27-7 SVI.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
The ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff after Watson scores from 2 yards out. They'll pooch kick it again. It's going to be a live ball and a fight for it. See who gets it. Star Valley and Jackson fighting for the ball. Officials are going to be there, and it looks like it will be Jackson possession. But there is a flag on the play. So
I say the Braves got an early start, and actually, you can see it. The Braves had a guy who ran past the kicker before he actually kicked it. So the official right there to see that. And Star Valley's actually done this all afternoon, Duke. In the freshman game, they were doing a lot of different squibs and pop-up kicks, things like that. And so we're seeing a little bit more of that today. And it's been pretty effective. Jackson's made a couple plays to keep possession, but they have been scrambling back there when the Braves have been kicking it off.
Lawson again with the Carpus Plus color tile kickoff. Star Valley leading at 27-7. 22 seconds remain. Jackson with 1 timeout. They'll pooch kick it again and be caught by Jackson at the 50. And then immediately brought it was Grolowski who reeled it in for the Broncs, and Jackson will have it at their own 50. Their own 50. They'll have it at the 50.
Well, you're not wrong.
21 seconds and 1 timeout remaining.
So, Duke, that's the same guy. Isaac Gorowski is the same one who corralled that one ball that was just about a turnover on another one. He saved the Broncs there. This time he fields it cleanly at the 50. He's done a good job on special teams keeping possession for the Broncs. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot for Jackson on kickoffs.
We'll see what the Broncs can do on offense. They scored first, but have since been shut out. And a 27-0 run for Star Valley, 21 seconds before halftime. Grant Johnson in the shotgun, looking right. Hit as he throws and left it short, but it is caught. Broken tackle, diving forward. Will be about a 9-yard completion and a quick timeout by Coach Johnson. That's his last timeout. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Or no timeout. Thought he, or did he? Okay, yeah, he did. All right, just slow taking it, I guess. Take a 30-second break, 13.8 seconds remains.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees.
They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Cooper Lancaster, you're watching SBI Media. Let's go Braves.
Jackson Bronx 2nd and 1, but no timeouts remain, and 13.8 seconds on the board. They have it from the Star Valley 41-yard line. Johnson will throw, looking right, fires to the sideline, almost intercepted. It was knocked away by the wide receiver. Zach Thompson almost came up with that pick, and had he got it, that one was probably a house call.
Well, and again, I think boy, that was close. You had number 2 for Liam Logan. He just about he basically ripped the ball out, but it was, I wondered if maybe he had turned into a defender. That was just kind of a happenstance kind of plays. They both went for it, but yeah, I think Zach Thompson would have been on his horse into the end zone on that one.
10 seconds remains before halftime. Again, the Bronx have no timeouts. They're at the Star Valley 41-yard line, 3rd and short. Johnson again will throw. Hit as he throws and had to give it away, and the receiver wasn't ready. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Went behind his intended target, and the Bronx now down to one more play with only 6.5 remaining outside of field goal range at the 41-yard line.
Might as well throw this puppy into the end zone.
See what Coach Keith Johnson has.
Or maybe some hook and ladder action, something like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll see a screen. If you're Star Valley, we tend to see maybe a draw play in this situation.
Draw.
They go 4 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Johnson in the shotgun. They'll do the wide receiver screen. Catch made by Kinsler, has the first down, which is irrelevant. He's tackled shy of the 35 with 0.1 seconds. They are going to stop the clock to move the chains, but there's not going to be enough time to snap the ball. As soon as the ball is set, they'll wind the clock, and it'll take us to halftime. Clock is wound, and that's the half. 27-7. Braves go 3 and out on their first possession. The Bronx drive down the field and take a 7-0 lead early, but since then, it has been all Star Valley. At the half, presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, the Braves lead at 27-7. Let's head out to the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Weed and Pest for details. Jake, it's all you for what's happening around the state of Wyoming today.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, as you may see my screen right here, that's not a familiar high school for maybe a lot of us. We start today in Bighorn. Yeah, I start in Bighorn because I tell you what, guys, I think the very best receiver might be playing in Bighorn, but he's not going to catch it here. That's Bridger Doak right there getting that big number 0. He's going to throw it actually for the score. Number 1, Bighorn, no problem against number 5, Burns in the 2A ranks. Bighorn rolling on, still undefeated. We jump over to a 2A game as well. Worland at Lyman, and just one play was the difference, and it was right here that he knew he had messed up. And there's a pick 6 going all of the way, just one score, and that was it. 7-0, Worland defeats Lyman. Mountain View at Kemmer, right now sitting at 33-6 at the most recent viewing. That's a touchdown up the seam for Mountain View, and we go on to 3A now. Lander at Torrington, start of conference week. Look at this. Let's go back right here. This is going to be a pick 6 for Blake Gantenbein to Finn McFadden. He grabs it and takes it the rest of the way. That was a 68-yard pick 6. Lander's rolling 35-9. That is just headed to the fourth quarter. Rollins at Buffalo. Hayden Geis with a nice little throw outside here. Look at this catch and look at the finish, though. You want to talk about some run after the catch up the sideline. That's Cooper Jones. It's 26-0 as of last check for Buffalo leading Rollins. We saw this a little bit earlier, right up the gut for Cody, and 21-0 as they're taking on Powell. They're leading at 21-0 as that Marco Skoric 39-yard touchdown put it at 14-0. And then we've got Douglas at Riverton, our only ranked game in 3A this week. Number 3 Riverton, number 4 Douglas. Here is Blake Gantenbein. I think I said Gantenbein earlier. I was mistaken there. I was talking about a Rollins or someone other. Anyway, here's Blake Gantenbein. Here's Dane Cook. Look, he's tripped. He still made the catch, and he tripped. He did not quite get into the end zone. Hunter Saltzgaver would get in on the next play, but 21-0 as we will go right over to the quad box here. See if we can get anything going on our current scores. See if we get anything working at least. Lander right now 35-16 over Torrington. Here we go. And then Cody, that game is moving on. Still 21-0 in the second. Torrington has scored, like we said, 35-16 in South Rock Springs. Rock Springs was leading at the last check, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake Hibbard, with the studio report on what's happening around the state, presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Here in our Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime coverage, the Braves lead the Bronx in Afton 27-7 on the SBI Sports Network.
Star Valley Sports on SBI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
At the half, the Braves lead it 27-7 with the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, supporting local families and communities with an intense focus on safety. Join Simplot. Learn the details online at Simplot.com. Dow Star Valley went 3 and out on the opening drive. Then the Bronx marched right down the field on their first possession to take a 7-0 lead. But since then, a 27-0 Star Valley run.
Yeah, they really kind of came out and established a little bit of a mindset. They came out and ran the ball several times, kind of established getting their feet under them, and then they went play action pass. Since then, they've gone deep. They've gone over the middle, and the offense, other than that first series, has been clicking.
Let's dig into that score deep in the numbers. Here are your halftime battle stats presented by Battleson Brothers Flooring, Carpet One.
Well, first for the Jackson Bronx, Grant Johnson, 17 of 23 tonight, 83 yards through the air, 5 catches for 26 yards going to Jake Simmons, 4 catches, 13 yards for Thomas King. Cooper Kinsler, 4 catches, but just 10 yards through the air. Kinsler leading the Bronx in rushing, 8 carries, 22 yards. Johnson did throw a touchdown pass to Liam Logan from 18 yards out. He also threw an interception in that second quarter. So 83 yards through the air, 22 on the ground for the Bronx, a total of 105 I didn't have the Bronx for a penalty in that first half, so very clean first half for Jackson. For the Braves, Phoenix Hubby goes 7 of 10 for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns in that first half. One went to Cooper Lancaster, one went to Sam Gaskell. Doing most of the damage was Cooper Lancaster. He had 4 catches for 133 yards in that first half. Cooper also threw one back to Phoenix Hubby for 19 yards. So Cooper with 19 yards passing, 133 yards receiving. On the ground, Kyan Watson leading the ground game, 10 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown. The other touchdowns, one went to Sam Gaskell on a 22-yard touchdown catch, and Elia Matautia lunged in from 1 yard out for a second rushing touchdown. The Braves 195 through the air, 94 on the ground for a total of 289 in that first half. That's a look at your battle stats from Battleson Brothers Carpets One, Floor and Home.
Quality, price, and service located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. Dow with the score sitting at 27-7. Let's see if we can give away maybe some frozen yogurt or perhaps some soup. The soup of the week returns this upcoming week at Swirl in downtown Afton. So it's time for our halftime trivia question.
It is up to you. You can spend your gift certificate on whatever the heck you want, but you got to win first. Tonight the question is, what Star Valley quarterback set a new school record for touchdown passes in a single season with 17 in 2009? 307-203-4637 is the number you can text it in. The first correct answer will win that gift certificate to Star of 89. You can spend it on Swirl. You can give it to me if you want. Whatever you want to do with it.
That's right, 203-4637. First correct answer wins the gift certificate. Be sure you follow each individual business on their social media handles, both the Giftery and Swirl. In the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, Braves lead at 27-7 on the SBI Sports Network.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
At the half here at Braves Field, Star Valley leading Jackson in this rendition of the Fall Brawl, a great rivalry that dates back almost 100 years now. Star Valley on top, 27-7. At the half. And now let's take a look at that score with the keys to the game and see how Star Valley's fared so far.
Well, for the Braves, they thought they needed to turn it into a no-passing zone. You kind of saw that in the first half. That first quarter, the Jackson went perfect and got their lone touchdown. They've clamped down after that. And so far, the Braves have also picked off Grant Johnson. So So far, so good on that with the scoreboard. Win the line of scrimmage. Cooper Kinsler came into this game averaging 107 yards rushing per game. He's got 22 yards in this first half. Key number 3, force at least 2 turnovers. The Braves did that. They got 1 in the first half. Travis Thompson with an interception, so 1 more to go there. And at least 6 big plays. The Braves had a bunch of big plays in that first half. Cooper Lancaster had a fistful of them. I think they're doing pretty good on that as well, and pretty good on the keys to the game from SVI News.
Have you downloaded the SVI News app? It's free on Android and Apple devices. Also, you can subscribe to the Star Valley Independent, the print or digital edition, or both. It's easy to do. Just visit SVInews.com and click the subscriptions tab at the top of the page with your keys to the game. Star Valley leading it 27-7. Now let's see if we have a winner of that gift certificate to Swirl in downtown Afton with your halftime trivia question.
So our question tonight, what Star Valley quarterback set a new school record for touchdown passes in a single season with 17 in 2009? And the answer is Logan Abrams did that. Just FYI, the school record is now 35. It's been broken a few times. It's currently held by Taft McClure in 2022, but Logan Abrams set it in 2009. The reason I did this, Duke, was to put that in perspective. Phoenix Hubby has thrown 15 touchdown passes in 4.5 games. It wasn't very long ago that 17 was the school record. So the offensive explosion, if you will, of the last 15, 16 years.
Absolutely. We have had a couple correct answers. The first correct answer, phone number ends in 1097. 1097. You won the halftime trivia, and you'll have a gift certificate from Swirl, courtesy of Star of 89 in downtown Afton. At the half, Braves lead at 27-7, and both teams working their way out of the locker room. We'll wrap up your Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show after this, live on the SBI Sports Network.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
All the day, my best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
Both teams out of the locker room and on the field. Amelia Kazare had the chance to catch up with Coach Young and get his thoughts on the first half. Here's Millie with your Miles CPA sideline report.
Okay, so Coach, all I really came up with was, what are your thoughts?
No, excited. Jackson came out to battle, and that makes it a lot more fun. So, tip my hat to them. You know, it's been a competitive first half. Obviously frustrated to go 3 and out right out of the gate and then let them score, but I'm excited about the way our guys responded, excited the way we've been running the football, and taking advantage in the pass game. So, a lot of guys making plays, and I'm proud of them.
And what are you hoping to see from them in the second half?
Just finish. You know, I feel like we've been the more physical team, and that's important to us. So that'll be the message in the locker room. We just got to be more physical, more physical, more physical.
All right, well, I'll let you go do that. Thanks for your time.
Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline report. Find Miles CPA in Afton and in Alpine. Wrapping up our halftime coverage presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, where the Braves do lead at 27-7. Star Valley received the opening kickoff, and so to start the third quarter, the Braves will boot to the Bronx. They'll do so from the south, kicking towards the north.
They have not really kicked away much, though, in that first half. They did some pooch kicks. They did basically one was like just a basic onside kick, and so we'll see what Tate Lawson and the kicking team decides to do here. But based on the first half, I don't think it's just going to be a normal kickoff. We'll see what happens.
It will be the Carbis Plus color tile kickoff. Lawson will boot it away. Braves with the 27-7 lead, hoping to build on their program record win streak of 25 consecutive coming into the game, and a 20-point advantage right now against the rival Jackson Bronx. Here comes Lawson. A slow walk. Now he picks it up towards the ball, boots it away. This one will be a little longer, but not to the end zone. Takes a Star Valley bounce. Live ball. Jackson has to fall on it. They fell on it late, but do so just in time, and it will be Jackson ball at their own 25.
It's been interesting to watch this. That was number 19, William Drywer. He was looking behind him, like, you guys got this, and then it kind of took a a wedge bounce, and by the time he looked and saw the ball at his feet, the Braves bearing down, he did the right thing and jumped on it, but the Braves have made Jackson kind of work on these squib kicks or pooch kicks tonight.
Quarterback Grant Johnson for Jackson has been extremely accurate. A lot of his passes have definitely been the short game, haven't really taken any shots downfield, but he has a very high completion percentage. However, Bronx only able to find the end zone once. Johnson will throw again. Another short pass. It's behind his receiver, and it's knocked around. It held up on the receiver's back shoulder pad for a while and almost picked off, but it does fall to the turf.
Yeah, that was almost a crazy play. It kind of stuck up there, as you said, either on his helmet and his shoulder pad, and then the Braves came in to try and look at that. It's still up there, and then you see, not sure who dove as Dylan Hershey. Of course it's Dylan Hershey. He's always around the ball on defense.
That one drops to the turf for an incompletion, though, luckily for the Bronx, to make it 2nd and 10 from their own 25. 9 seconds into the third quarter. Kinsler in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. Tries the left side edge. Roman Erickson again is there first. He has help from behind with Kyan Watson. The tackle is made for a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Bronx.
You can see why Jackson's had success against, they come into this game at 3-1. They put a lot of pressure on people to tackle them in space at full speed. And the Braves have done a really good job of that for the most part tonight.
And when you say speed, Kinsler certainly has that. He is quick. He'll motion out of the backfield this time. Johnson to throw. Hits Kinsler again on the out route, but too far over his head and behind him. No chance to catch the ball. He also had Zach Thompson licking his chops for a hit. So it's going to be incomplete. 4th and 8. Punt team comes out 3 and out.
Grant Johnson flung that kind of back behind the route that Kinsler was running. Kinsler didn't even have his head turned around until it was past him. So I don't know if that was a miscommunication or what, but they'll go talk about it here as the Bronx go 3 and out to start this half, just as the Braves went 3 and out to start the first half.
Cooper Lancaster, the lone return man on this punt reception. He'll be standing on his own 35 right hash mark. Belogue back to punt away for Jackson at his own 13. High snap, steps back to collect it. And Braves block it. Loose ball, blocked in the end zone. Star Valley will try and dive on it. It's either a safety or a touchdown. It was in the end zone, and it looks like it will be a touchdown for the Braves. Star Valley recovers a blocked punt in the end zone, and 55 seconds into the half, they score on special teams.
So Travis Thompson blocks it, 24. Caleb Erickson, 27, recovers. Yeah, so Travis Thompson gets in it. There you can see it bouncing over to the pylon. Caleb Erickson sprinting for it. He's fighting Roman Erickson for it. And Caleb's the first one on it. Caleb Erickson recovers for the touchdown. Travis Thompson is going to be credited for the block.
He was fighting against Jackson Sebastian Karam like he was trying to box him out for a rebound on the run, just pushing and shoving. But as you mentioned, Caleb Erickson with the touchdown on the punt block recovery in the end zone. 33-7. Lawson with the PAT. Yes, good. 34-7. Braves strike early in the third on SBI.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit starvalleydisposal.com to schedule your service. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Tate Lawson on being Man of the Week. Congratulations, Tate.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton.
Lawson, snap, hold, kick. We're knotted up. PAT's good.
Cooper Lancaster, you're watching SBI Media. Let's go Braves.
Ensuing Carpets Plus color tile kickoff after the Braves score on special teams. 55 seconds into the half. A blocked punt from Travis Thompson recovered in the end zone by Caleb Erickson for the 6-point score.
How about a defensive game for Travis? He had an interception in the second quarter and now a blocked punt. He is racking up those defensive points today.
Lawson this time will boot it deep. It'll take a big bounce at the 10-5 and in the end zone for a touchback this time. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Jackson Bronx, who again, they scored the first touchdown early in the game, but now a 34-0 run for Star Valley to lead it with 11:05 to go in the third.
Well, and honestly, they had done some good things with the short passing game. Grant Johnson started off 7 of 7. But now he's 17 of 25, so not quite as accurate. You saw kind of a miscommunication there on that last third down attempt. But they just need to get back to being on the same page like they were on that opening drive.
Johnson shotgun, motioning out as Rosales. Johnson throws to the right side, caught by Simmons, and he's tackled. He will get pretty good yards across the 25 to the 27. That's going to set up 2nd down and 3 for the Jackson Bronx.
And right on cue, that's kind of what they did. They were picking up 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and getting ahead of the chains.
Going to hand off up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress for a gain of a yard, but that's it. Line stops him at the 28-yard line to set up 3rd down and 2. 10:30 remaining in the third quarter of play between Jackson and Star Valley.
That was carry number 10 for Cooper Kinsler. He's got 26 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down, as you mentioned. The Bronx 3 of 8. Oh, excuse me. Make it 3 of 9 on 3rd down. Forgot about that last one.
Simmons in the backfield, this time with Johnson in the shotgun. 3rd and short, play action, pass. Simmons has the catch, but he's hit. Broken tackle and then clobbered. There is a flag on the play. It was going to be a tackle for loss. But then a big hit, I believe, by Thompson and Roman. And depending, the penalty is going to be a face mask on the defense. And so that penalty against Star Valley, instead of a 4th down, will result in a 1st down for Jackson.
The result of the play was about 1.5 yards to Jake Simmons. But the result of the penalty there, moving the chains, that's Star Valley's 5th penalty, totaling 36 yards.
9 minutes, 59 seconds remaining, and Jackson will pick up that 1st down up to their own 32-yard line. Looks like Rosales remains in the backfield. Hand off to him. Tries the middle, bounces outside. Cooper comes up from the safety position to make the tackle, but another flag on the play where Cooper wrapped him up.
This might be a horse collar.
Right now it's 9:34 remaining, and it would be a 2nd and long. It is a face mask. And they're going to get Star Valley on it. Cooper's got his hands to his sides, thinking, who, me? It is just a 5-yard variety, so they'll redo 1st down and put it up to the 38-yard line. 1st and 5. Clock rolling down to 9:27 and ticking. Rosales remains in the backfield. Shotgun for Johnson in quarterback, and this time early movement on the line for Jackson. So the 5 yards they just gained, they give right back.
Can't be too upset, though, if you're the Bronx. That's their first penalty of the game. When you make it to the third quarter without a penalty, you'll take that.
Or was there a penalty?
Oh, never mind.
So
they still don't
maybe
have one.
I don't know why they stopped it. Why did they stop it?
No idea.
I don't know. There was no timeout called. I don't know what just happened there. I thought Jackson moved a little early, but there's no penalty, and they're reset for 1st and 5 again. Trips to the right side, handoff to Rosales. He's hit at the line and driven backwards. Ryan Talbot was there along with Crew Morgan. They combine for no gain on the play.
Yeah, that was a double bear hug there. You talked about the nose tackle, Ryan Talbot. Look at him just eat his way through that Bronc offensive line and introduces himself into the Jackson backfield.
Actually, we'll give him a TFL, about a 1-yard loss to make it 2nd and 6. Ball moved back down to the 37-yard line. Johnson will play action. Throw behind his receiver, caught by Simmons, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Zach Thompson gets a tackle for loss, and a big one of about 4 yards to make it 3rd and 10, back to the 34-yard line.
Again, look at Zach Thompson coming in, and then you got to wrap up these Jackson receivers. The Braves have done a pretty good job of that after that initial drive, making sure they don't get away. And boy, when you're losing, when you're going backwards like this, the doctor of defense, Kelly Merritt, he probably might even break a smile.
7:44 and counting. Empty backfield as Kinsler motions out, goes 4 receivers left. Johnson flushed out of his pocket, being chased by Roman. He's cut down by Roman Erickson. Johnson will get across the line of scrimmage, so it won't be a sack, but it is going to be 4th and 9. Roman Erickson in pursuit.
Man, Roman is he is just an absolute terror. Look at him lock in here and goes down. You young kids out there saying, how can I tackle like, watch Roman Erickson, the way he finishes these tackles. Comes in and wraps up, and you're not going anywhere.
Jackson forced to punt again, 4th and 9, a long 9. Last time they punted, it was blocked for a touchdown. Braves come at it again, but this time the punt's away. It's going to be high and off to the left. Take a bounce at the 40, a Star Valley bounce, and down by the Bronx at the 41. Braves almost got to that one again.
That was Kai Frazier, number 84. Kai Frazier's hand was about 3 inches away from blocking that one.
6:53 to go in the third quarter. Braves lead at 34-7.
And both of those, Duke, the blocked one and then this last punt, something you didn't see in the first half for the Bronx, kind of a high snap. And it's contributing to the Braves getting a little bit extra time to get pressure on the kicker. So the Bronx, I'm sure, going to be trying to address that if they need it again.
6:53 to play in the third. Good field position for Star Valley at their own 42-yard line. Hovey in the shotgun. Pressure off the edges. Hand off to Watson. Broken tackle. Spins at midfield. Dives across to the 49-yard line. And it will be a 9-yard gain on first down to set up 2nd and 1 from the Jackson 49.
That was carry number 11 for Kyan Watson tonight. He's got 82 yards and a touchdown. So he is starting to sniff the century mark with 6.5 to go here in the third quarter.
We also have, worth noting, Preston Ross now.
Yes.
He's been injured all season. He's playing tonight, back in the game. He's flanked out wide to the left to the bottom of your screen, number 2. Here's Hovey. Steps up in a nice pocket. Now he has to run. He's under pressure. He'll roll to his left. Gets away. Points. Goes downfield to Roman. Man on man. Roman comes back to it and can't get it. Hand fighting. No foul called. And both players going for the ball, and it falls incomplete.
Well, Phoenix, first off, I'm not quite sure how he got out of the grasp of this tackler. There's a better angle, gives you a better idea. But look at his feet right here. Phoenix doesn't get his feet under him, so this is all this shoulder. And that one's probably one the coaches would rather him not throw there. But nice magician move there from Phoenix. You can see he's kind of throwing away from his body, across his body. And, hey, after Roman brought in that one against Sugar Salem, he's like, Roman, go get this. And he just about did.
Well, they had a couple guys there, man-to-man coverage. Yeah, give your guy a chance, especially on 2nd and short. So now it's 3rd and 1 from the 49. 6:03 to play in the third quarter.
Braves 2 of 3 on 3rd down tonight.
Hatterley, the tailback. He'll set up to the right side hip on 3rd and short. Handoff, no play action. A little hook and go. Cooper behind the defense, throws there, caught 10. No, he dropped it. It was put right in his basket for the touchdown. And somehow it falls incomplete.
I was already starting to calculate the yardage, Duke. I thought this was a touchdown. Here's a great angle. Yeah, Phoenix Hovey drops this right in the breadbasket. Cooper just was betrayed by his hands on that one.
There was...
And I honestly think the Braves did that because 4th and 1, they were going to go for this anyway.
Oh, of course. You go for it at midfield.
Just in case that didn't work out, which it didn't. Yeah, Cooper's he's going to buy new gloves after that one tonight.
Braves go I formation. 4th and short. Bread and butter pitch to Watson. Tripped and down, but he does have the first down. A Star Valley Orthodontics first down as Watson was tripped in the backfield, but again falls forward to get the nose of the football across the sticks.
So Jackson's number 34, Noah Zalesnik, gets in there and gets enough shoe right there that at least makes it interesting.
I tell you, that play, though, with Aliyah Matatia lead blocking, he's putting guys on their backside almost every single time they run that play.
Well, Aliyah, he's, 6'2", 235.
Here's a play action rollout. No, it's a quarterback keeper. Hovey's going to run, fake handoff, maybe some sort of read option plays. He faked it to Matatia and kept it on the outside and picks up about 6 yards.
So, Duke, this is an element of the offense that we haven't seen yet this year, that in the back of my mind, whenever you see Phoenix roll and run, you're like, he's fast, he's athletic, he can carry the ball. They haven't really folded it into the offense yet, but at some point, when you see Phoenix Hovey grab it and go like you saw Smith McClure last year, don't be surprised.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard run. Matatia remains the tailback in this one. Trips to the left side. Turn. This time it's a direct handoff to Aliyah. He'll blare through and have a first down. Still running backwards, spinning, and down inside the 25. The big man rumbling for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
There's a reason why they use the phrase crowd-pleasing. This is a crowd-pleasing run. If people of a certain age will remember Chris Berman doing the with Mike Allstott, that's what that play was with Aliyah Matatia.
1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Clock down to 4:20 in the third. Split backs. Hovey in the backfield. Handoff to Hatterley. He'll break through, and Hatterley's into the end zone. There is going to be a flag on the play. This one will come back.
That is the 4th time this season Nathan Hatterley has had a touchdown called back on a penalty. Let's see it again. Had all kinds of room here.
Hatterley's thinking, what have I done wrong?
Yeah,
to deserve this.
That's the 4th time this year he has scored, and they've said, not so fast, Nathan.
Got a smile on his face.
Yeah, he probably,
come on now.
Probably does think it's funny at this point, but.
Stops the clock at 4:09 to go in the third quarter, and it's 1st and 20 after the penalty. Ball back to the 32-yard line.
7 penalties, 51 yards on the Braves. Notice I didn't say there wasn't a hold or anything. I'm just saying it has inordinately affected Nathan's touchdown total.
Split backs again. Hovey under center. Play action rollout right. Sets his feet. Fires downfield to Lancaster. Comes back to it and makes the catch. And he's in for the touchdown. The last one was just too easy. This time he had to leap over the top of the defender, grab it from the defender's helmet, and haul it in for 6. It has to be acrobatic. Here's the replay.
Yeah, this goes up and snags it. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Phoenix Hovey.
3:43 remaining in the third. Lancaster with the touchdown reception in the end zone to make it 40-7.
There's a segment in the NFL where they say, you got mossed. You got mossed right there.
Snap, hold, kick is good. Another flag on the play, though. In fact, 2 come in, a late one. One at the line of scrimmage, and another one back towards where the kick took place. So the PAT was good, but 2 flags.
Seems like one happened at the snap and one happened after the kick was good. Here's that play again from Phoenix Hovey. And Cooper Lancaster climbing the ladder and grabbing it.
They're going to send it back. Looks like a foul. So personal foul on the defense, so the PAT is good. They'll enforce it on the kickoff. 3:43 to go in the third quarter. Braves score again, 41-7, a 30-second break on SBI Sports.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
I'm Phoenix Hovey, and I'm tossing these passes on SBI Media.
Another touchdown pass for Phoenix. This one to Cooper Lancaster. PAT's good with an unsportsmanlike penalty, so it's going to be Lawson kicking off from the Jackson 45-yard line. We'll see if he pooches this one or sends it to the bus garage. 3:43 remains in the third. Braves lead at 41-7.
The bus folks are saying, please don't break a window here.
They just had their buses inspected. And Lawson will kick it on a line, bouncing at the 5 and in the end zone, touchback. We'll send it out to Jake Hibbard for a Lincoln County Weed and Pest as an update on Sheridan's game. Does their win streak extend? Jake.
Oh, yeah, their win streak extends 37-20. But, guys, look at this punt. That's Breck Reed, 61 yards. His previous long was 52. He averages 33. Guys, I don't say this much, but back to you. What a punt. Sheridan wins.
Weed and Pest Studio report. Star Valley comes into this 25 consecutive wins. Sheridan 47.
Ridiculous.
Just incredible.
Ridiculous in a good way.
Here is Jackson under pressure. Johnson will throw. Hit as he throws and the ball goes down. He was hit by Crew Morgan right as he let go of it. Forced a bad pass that hits the turf incomplete.
Took a pretty good shot there. Is able to get it out though. And with that last touchdown catch for Cooper Lancaster, he's got 5 catches, 165 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Phoenix Hovey, that was his third.
Johnson throws short, caught again by Logan. He's hit, and the posse wraps him up and brings him down. It will be positive yards of about 7 up to the 27-yard line. 3rd and 3 coming up. Clock rolls down to 3:20 to play, third quarter. Braves leading at 41-7.
Third down coming up. The Bronx are 4 of 11 today.
Grant Johnson again in the shotgun. Motioning out of the backfield is Kinsler. Again, they go 4 receivers on the left. Low snap. Johnson collects it. Fires. Caught, but hit immediately. Stretching across, though, to get the first down. Will be enough to move the chains on a 5-yard reception off the second effort to make it a 5-yard gain to the 33.
This is a really nice play because the Braves are right on him as he catches this. Makes a nice play. Tyson Kendall stretches forward and moves the chains.
Grant Johnson fakes left, fakes right, back to his left, caught and wrapped up immediately and brought down by Travis Thompson. Another tackle for loss by the Braves defense. This one for Travis, 5-yard loss on the play. Maybe even 6.
The tough part about the Bronx tonight, they're completing pass. Like here's a prime example. Tyson Kendall has got 4 catches. but he's only got 7 yards because of 2 plays just like that.
Clock down to 2:15 to go, third quarter, and a 2nd and 15 after the 5-yard tackle for loss. Johnson again will throw, flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, being chased, throws it, and throws it away out of bounds. Incomplete pass, throwing it away, sets up 3rd and long, 15 yards to go. 2:04 remaining, the Braves up 41-7 in the third.
It's not the play that makes the highlight reels, but sometimes it's the absolute right play. That's a good job by Grant Johnson. He's got pressure coming from behind. He doesn't try and do too much. He throws it away, and you get a chance to keep the ball and try again here on 3rd down.
Comes from their own 28-yard line, this 3rd and long.
Boy, Liam Logan's down here almost by himself.
Thompson rolls out to cover him as Johnson looks to throw, flushed out to his right, looking downfield, fires deep, and it is caught at the 45, down to the 30 and brought down shy of the 25. Liam Logan went up to get that. That was one of the rare shots downfield by Jackson, and Logan collects it in traffic.
Well, he kind of throws it into a crowd, and it looks like Jake Simmons might have had the first shot at it, and it winds up being in the hands of Liam Logan. That is a 41-yard gain.
1:40 to go in the third. A new life here for Jackson. 1st and 10 in Braves territory. Johnson throws left short and missed his target. Tried to fire it over towards the sideline. Coverage was there by Zach Thompson. Stops the clock at 1:33 to go in the third. It's 2nd and 10 coming up from the Star Valley 27.
For the Bronx. Good coverage by Mason Pack.
It was actually Mason Pack who was out there.
He's a senior, got some play last week in Soda Springs, made some nice plays on both sides of the ball.
1:33 remaining, third quarter. Pack subs out, Travis Thompson subs in. Johnson will throw for the Bronx. Short pass to Simmons, up the sideline, knocked out of bounds near the 20. Will be positive yards, maybe 6 to the 21-yard line. And it will set up 2nd down, actually 3rd down, and about 4 to go from the 21-yard line. 1:15 and rolling. 3rd down.
Grant Johnson, 25 of 36 through the air in this game.
Johnson will throw again for Jackson. Again goes to the flat, caught by Kinsler, makes a bad miss for the first down at the sideline inside the 15, cuts back inside of the 10, 5, and tackled out of bounds. Inside the 10, it's going to be 1st and goal for Jackson with 54 seconds remaining in the third.
Kinsler's speedy and he's agile, looking to make a couple guys miss here. And then Cooper Lancaster finally comes in and puts an end to that nonsense. But nice gain there for Kinsler from the 21 all the way up to the 5.
So 1st and goal, clock under a minute remaining, 40 seconds and counting. Jackson will huddle, and Kinsler remains in the backfield. Thomas Keene, the H-back on the right, motioning now to the left. Play action. Johnson throws up his back foot into the end zone and caught for the touchdown. Thomas King will score with 23.7 remaining in the third quarter to make it 41-13. Star Valley still on top.
Braves bid on it there, and Thomas King gets behind the Star Valley defense, and Johnson finds him with the easy touchdown.
And for the PAT, this is Flanagan, and this one's blocked. It was short off, not the greatest hold.
Travis Thompson. Holy cow.
He's the one that blocked the punt. That was for a touchdown. This time he blocks the PAT. Jackson scores, 23.7 to go in the third. Braves lead 41-13, 30-second break on SBI.
Healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
Once again, here's Duke Dance and Dal Erickson with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Thomas King out of the backfield for the touchdown reception for Jackson, their second score of the game. Makes it 41-13 after a Travis Thompson blocked PAT. Ensuing kickoff will go into the end zone for a touchback. 23.7 seconds to go in the third. Braves offense back out on the field with a 41-13 lead. Be 1st and 10 from their own 20. And some of the worst field position of the night, actually, off the touchback for Star Valley. They've made a living starting around the 40 in this game.
Yeah, they've really had good field position. They did have that one that started inside the 5 after the punt, but that didn't seem to stop them too much.
They scored on that, a 95-yard drive. Hovey hands off to the fullback, and it's going to be, once again, it'll be Watson. He'll be wrapped up, brought down after a 4-yard gain. Well, that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Clock at 7-6 and rolling. Braves will walk off the field ahead, 41-13. And that is the end of the third, which that third quarter, by the way, was brought to you by Valley Trailer Services, locally owned right in Star Valley by Reese Heibel. No need to take your trailers out of the valley for repair. Call Reese Heibel at 699-7441. That's 307-699-7441. Back in 30 with the fourth quarter on SBI.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Starting the fourth quarter with the Braves leading 41-13. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for Star Valley. Lancaster in motion. It's going to be a shovel pass ahead, and it will be 35-40. Gaskell on the reception on the shovel pass, brought down around the 44. Will be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down for the Braves. And we have an injured player for Jackson. Let's take a quick injury timeout. We have Jake Hibbert standing by with a Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio update as a breakdown of that Jackson touchdown pass to Thomas Keene. Jake, what do you have?
Yeah, guys, we were talking all week. Watch where number 18 goes. He's right there, and watch the ball. And this is a play where, as we'll see it run through, follow King as he goes through. It's a play action, so you see him lead blocking. Oh, yeah, so he gets through there. Hey, he didn't block anyone. Well, the pass is going right to him, and that's a great play action, and King gets his second touchdown of the year. Back to you.
Great look, great insight by Jake, the Jackson player, able to get up off the field on his own power.
Liam Logan's got the wind knocked out of him, I think.
So it will set up a 1st and 10 after the Gaskell reception on the shovel pass. Ball up to the Jackson 43-yard line. Hovey under center, split backs, hands off to Hatterley. Second handoff to Caleb Erickson, a little end-around double handoff, but not being fooled was Jackson's Noah Zelensnik. He ate Caleb up for a big tackle for loss of 4 yards.
That was well read. Look at number 34. Boy, he was right on top of that. In fact,
I don't think he even meant to. He just was there.
Well, another half a step, he might have taken the handoff.
Ball back to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 14 for Star Valley. Same formation, split backs, Hovey under center. This time a straight dive and big room across the 50. Broken tackle, 45-40. Stiff arm to the 30, dragging the tackler down to the 25-yard line. Kyan Watson running hard and inside Jackson territory.
Here's a great angle for you. Steps out of that post hole, and then it's a foot race and a stiff arm, Derrick Henry style. They get each other's face mask a little bit.
Out of bounds to stop the clock, clock is rolling at 10:49. Hovey this time in the shotgun. Lancaster in motion. Fake to him, hand off to the tailback. That's Caleb, this time positive yards. Lost the ball, but then recollected it. Had the ball stripped out, but then he caught it still up in the air inside the 15-yard line. It will be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. And here's a look at it on the Fall River Propane replay. You can see the ball stripped out, and Caleb catches it as he goes down.
Well, Caleb's been Johnny on the spot as well. He had recovered that blocked punt in the end zone for a touchdown on special teams.
Back inside the Riverside Dental red zone are the Braves. 10-10 remaining and counting here in the fourth quarter. Preston Ross flanked wide to the left with Travis Thompson. Aliyah Maltatia, the tailback, with Hovey in the shotgun. Lancaster and Erickson on the right. Turn, hand off to Maltatia, hit at the line of scrimmage. They will gang tackle him. 3 Jackson Broncs converge on him, and he still gets a yard. 2nd and 9.
Gang tackling is how I would do it. Say Aliyah Matatia, 3 carries, 24 yards, and a touchdown tonight.
9:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Appreciate the sponsorship of Valley Trailer Services, offering all kinds of repair on all kinds of trailers, including welding, lights, jacks, flooring, and more. Call Reese Heibel, 307-699-7441. 2nd and 9 after the carry. Watson in the backfield. The late handoff to him makes a few men miss. He's still running inside the 10. Watson eluding the tacklers and picks up 5 yards.
But look at the size of the hole that the offensive line is making for Kyan. He cuts back here, but look at that. Sam Gaskell and I think Dane Jensen clearing things out right there.
3rd down and 3 inside the Riverside Dental red zone. Braves leading at 41-13 here in the fourth quarter. 8:38 remaining in the game. And Star Valley at the Jackson 7-yard line.
Kyan with 15 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown tonight.
Caleb Erickson back in at tailback for the Braves. Pistol set, man in motion. Throw ahead to the motion man. It's going to come back inside, dives across the goal line, and it is a touchdown for Mason Pack. Shovel pass forward, and Pack swarmed in the end zone by his teammates as he dives in for 6 with 8:15 remaining in the game.
Let's take a look at it again here, that little push pass. And then, again, the cutback lane. Look at this. Look how wide open it is for him. His teammates love it. And one of those seniors getting into the end zone.
Here's another great look on the Fall River Propane replay. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile PAT. That one's good. It is Star Valley 48, Jackson 13, SVI Sports.
Hi, I'm Mitch here at the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Give me a call at 307-885-WEED, and I can get you some brochures on your knapweed, or I can get you in touch with somebody who can help you spray it or take care of it.
Hi, I'm Travis with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. This is going to be a community effort on all of our parts to do what we can to stop the spread of this invasive species. Spotted knapweed is not a plant we want in our community.
Live fourth quarter coverage is provided by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
7-yard touchdown reception for senior Mason Pack, his first of the season. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color towel kickoff. Another pooch to the sideline, collected by Jackson and then pounced on. It will be Bronc ball from their own 35-yard line. Star Valley now leading it 48-13. 8:13 remains in the fourth quarter.
35-yard line.
Recovering that was number 64, Hunter Boss, senior linebacker for the Bronx.
Once again, appreciate sponsorship tonight from Valley Trailer Services, locally owned right here in Star Valley by Reese Heibel. No longer a need to go outside the valley for trailer repair. Call Reese at 699-7441, 699-7441.
So Reese was the quarterback the first year we did the video broadcast.
And he was.
For SVI Media.
He was all grown up and fixing trailers. 1st and 10. Handoff, hit in the backfield, second attack, and finally brought down. And it was a tackle for Ryan Talbot, who cleaned everything up.
Watch number 70, returning All-Stater, breaking through here. And you can see gets a hand on Kinsler, and then he gets some help, but Ryan had his mitts on him first.
Clock continues to tick down in our Hayden Outdoors Real Estate 4th quarter. It's going to be a 2-yard tackle for loss, 2nd and 12 from their own 33-yard line for the Jackson Bronx. 7.5 to go. 48-13, Braves lead on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Kinsler motions out. Johnson throws, connects. He takes a shot. Wow. The quarterback does. There's going to be 2 flags come in. That'll be a late hit on the quarterback. The reception was made by Tyson Kendall for about a 4, maybe 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Grant Johnson got popped right here.
Here's a look at it on the replay. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty and result in a 1st down. 7:25 remaining in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter.
That's a Jackson 1st down.
Ball spotted up to the Star Valley 47-yard line.
8 penalties, 66 yards on the Braves tonight. I don't have Jackson for a penalty tonight. Never let it be said you came to Afton and they treated you unfairly with the penalties.
7:20 to play. New set of downs for the Bronx. H back to the right. He'll motion to the left. Hand off to Kinsler. He'll be across the line of scrimmage, but not by much. Tackled for a gain of maybe 2 on the play.
Kinsler's he's super fast. He can change his direction really well. And you can see why he is a handful to tackle. The Braves have done an excellent job on him tonight. He has 26 yards on 12 carries tonight, Duke. His long is 14 yards. So that tells you what the rest of them have been like.
Trips right, 2 receivers left. Grant Johnson will throw from the shotgun. And as he throws, the ball is out, and they rule it incomplete.
I think that's
really
the right call.
Close to be a fumble, but it did go forward, so it will be an incomplete pass.
Let's see if we can take a better look at it. Now, it's been ruled incomplete. This is just for our own curiosity. Yeah, his hand's coming forward.
Yeah, he just lost it coming out of his hand. He wasn't even hit.
Oh, and that's a different quarterback. That's Ace Emery who threw that.
3rd down and 8 for the Bronx.
Yeah, Emery remains in as quarterback as Coach Johnson makes the change with this one out of hand late. Tackle in the backfield again. A huge loss on the play. Aliyah Mautautia, the TFL, puts Jackson back on the 50-yard line at 4th and 13.
Here you get an idea of what it's like to have Aliyah Mautautia coming at you.
4th down and 13 for Jackson.
6'3", 230. And what, 0.2% body fat on that boy?
He is one of those guys when you walk by, you do a double take and go, wow. That's a big kid.
4th and 13 at midfield. Coach Johnson will call the timeout. He's lined up to go for it now. Just under 6 minutes to go. We'll take the timeout as well. Star Valley up big late, 48-13, SVI Sports.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
My name is Kyle Watson, and this is SVI Sports Network.
Back after the Jackson timeout, Coach Johnson will have 2 remaining. Star Valley in complete control here late in the game. 5:52 remaining in our Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter.
You might see a little bit more of a running quarterback here with Ace Emery.
Trips right, 2 receivers left. Emery to throw, under pressure, gets it away. Double coverage downfield. What a catch and a flag. In coverage as Tyson Kendall adjusts, lays out, has it on the sideline, and the contact on top.
This is a heck of a catch from Tyson Kendall. Let's get another angle of it here. He goes up and he cradles this thing. Wow, what a catch. And they throw a flag. I'll be honest with you, Duke. I didn't really see much there. Didn't need it.
Well, they're looking to.
There we go. Okay, now I see what they call.
Yeah, they're looking to Jackson's sideline to see if they want to decline this, which you would get more yards on the catch. And so, yes.
Yes, you would.
You will decline the pass interference.
That's a 28-yarder for Tyson Kendall on the reception.
That was on a 4th and 15 or so. 5:45 to go in our Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter.
Just a little game note. Jackson 2 for 2 on 4th down tonight.
Once again, Emery shotgun throws into the end zone. Same receiver, fight for it. Did he catch it? Now they're fighting for it. Is it incomplete or in? No signal from the officials.
Dax Button came up with it at the end of the rollover.
Kendall's arguing he had it when he came down before it was taken away. Officials are going to gather. Is it a interception, incomplete, or a touchdown? All 3 options are being discussed by the officials in the end zone. They call touchdown. They're going to say Tyson Kendall makes 2 incredible back-to-back catches, and he comes down with it before it's stripped away.
Well, here's the replay. Not that this has any impact on the call on the field. There you can take a look at it.
It's close either way. It's close either way. Did have a foot down in bounds when he had the ball. So they're going to give the touchdown to Jackson, and they score with 5:34 to play. How about Kendall, though? Back-to-back great catches. This play's blown dead. And what do we got now? I missed what happened there.
There's some lights that got turned on over clear on the other side of the facility. Oh, it's actually the bus facility's automatic gate. And they came on, and it's kind of shining right in the Jackson kicker's face. So I wonder if they said, hey, let's try this again.
High snap, and will be a broken PAT tackled by the holder's tackled. And so there will not be a good PAT kick. So after everything there, 5:34 to go. Braves lead at 48-19 back in 30 on SBI.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Live fourth quarter coverage is provided by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
Jackson's Tyson Kendall makes 2 incredible back-to-back plays, one in double coverage on the sideline and another in the end zone. That was a jump ball. Officials convened to see if it was caught, incomplete, or an interception. They could have had either 3 of those options given to them. They decide Kendall came down with it, inbounds for the touchdown before it was ripped out of his hands. Here's another look at it on the Fall River Propane replay. Dax Button was there on the coverage. And you can see his foot is in, his knee comes down inbounds, so they're going to say he had possession of it before Dax Button ripped it out. So I don't mind that call. I think his foot was in, his knee was down, and Button came away with it after he rolled over. So with 5:34 to play, that was 2 great catches from Tyson Kendall.
Yeah, back-to-back.
Here's the ensuing kickoff from Jackson. They're going to boot it over Lancaster's heads into the end zone for a touchback. Braves leading at 48-19, 5:34 to go in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter.
It's also important to note that those passes were from Ace Emery, not Grant Johnson. They went to a different quarterback. Maybe Ace is a little more adept at the downfield stuff, or maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know. But Tyson Kendall went up and got both of those.
The PAT was no good off a bad snap. The holder was tackled before the kick could be booted. So it is 48-19, 5:34 to play in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if the lights had anything to do with it, but that's what I said. I might be an idiot, but that might have been what happened. I don't know.
Well, we're being told that maybe they weren't set. I don't know either. But anyway, they do get the snap away. Now here's Star Valley. A big block on the outside again by Mount Tautia, and then a big tackle.
Oh, it's 47. Oh, that's Wazzy. Wazzy with the carry. He had a handful last week at Soda Springs.
And it was actually the big block on the outside from Will Walker is the one who had that big perimeter block. It is a first down for Wasserloos. 5:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Star Valley hands off again on the right side. And tackled for not much on the play. Cope on the carry. And he'll get about a yard is all.
Akaika Cope with the carry. He had a handful last week as well. Again, a couple of seniors that got a little more offensive play last week at Soda Springs coming in now and churning out some rushing yardage.
Phoenix Hovey remains the quarterback. Kimball Holtz coming in. No, it is a change in quarterback. Ross Hilton playing quarterback right now. Trying to get as many numbers as we can here late in the game. Hilton will hand off to his tailback. Big hole and another big hit. Wasserloos, I believe, on the carry. He'll have 9 yards, Wazzy will. Sets it up at the 40, and it is actually enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down to the 40-yard line.
This is a big stick right there. Look at this. That's number 9 of the Bronx.
Tackle made by the Bronx, Davis Moen.
That's Davis Moen, a 6 foot, 160-pound senior laying the lumber there, but Wazzy gets another first down. He's got 2 carries, 20 yards. He's probably going back to the sideline going, Coach, I'm averaging 10 yards a carry.
Ross Hilton again in the under center formation, I formation behind him. Holtz is flanked out to the top of your screen on the left in an I formation set. Hilton looks to the sideline. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and Coach Young will call the timeout before a delay of game penalty. 1st and 10 from the 40 when we come back on SBI.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on. Get to know your 2025 Star Valley Braves, presented by the University of Wyoming. Just visit svinews.com/football roster for pictures, details, and more. That's svinews.com/football roster.
I formation, hand off to the tailback. Another nice hole across the 50 and down at the 45-yard line. And the second unit offense starting to really rack up some yards on their own. I believe that was Cope or Honadell on the carry. Cope again. He'll take it for another Star Valley Orthodontics first down across the 50, and we do have an injured Bronc on the play. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Star Valley here in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter. Let's take an injury timeout. We'll be back in 30 on SBI.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefootandAnkle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefootandAnkle.clinic.
Here's more from Duke and Dow with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Have an injured Bronc down on the field. Trainers are around him, and we can't quite see his number. Oh, we're thinking it might be number 50, which is Gorlowski. No, Hammond.
Rigdon Hammond.
He's been the one of the leading defensive players. He leads the team in defensive points scored.
Sitting up now.
And it is indeed Hammond who is sitting up but still getting attention across the 50. 3 minutes, 54 seconds remains in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter. Star Valley gives up 48-19 as Hammond continues to get some attention down on the field. Looks like he'll get helped up, and we'll hope for the very best for that young man. He's been a good defensive star for the Broncs coming into this game so far. As we mentioned, leads the team in defensive points, one of the team's leading tacklers. He's a stud, and this time getting help off the field.
And a senior, too. Kids getting hurt's the worst part about high school sports, but especially when it's a senior. And you hopefully this is something that's not going to cause him to miss any time.
Brings us down to 3:54 to play in the fourth quarter, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Nield and Austin Callison. It's the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com. I formation once again for Hilton under center. Second string quarterback, man in motion is Holtz, right to left. Tailback dive from the eye. Cope again, across the 40, and he'll pick up another good chunk on first down of about 8 yards on the carry.
With an 8-yard carry.
Ikeka Cope, number 28.
3 carries, 24 yards for Ikeka Cope. And he and Zach Wasserloos have been combining for this drive in the backfield.
Cope remains the tailback, Wasserloos the fullback in the I formation.
In fact, they have combined for 5 carries, 44 yards on this drive.
Second down and 3. Holtz remains the receiver to the bottom of your screen on the right. Double tight end. Holtz in motion. Again, a handoff to Cope. He has a nice block on the edge. He is ripped down from behind, but he is going to have another Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Tackled inbounds inside the 25-yard line, 35-yard line.
It's a nice block there. Finding some numbers here as the Braves are subbing in Kai Frazier, 84, helping seal that off.
2 minutes, 40 seconds remains in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter. Cope and Wasserloos remain in the backfield in the I formation. Tight end on the left side is McCrae Barnes. Tight end on the right side, I believe, is Nathan Hatterley. And there's going to be a false start on the offense. Sorry, that's actually Kai Frazier, the tight end on the right. And it'll be a false start on Star Valley, 5-yard penalty. Set him back 5 yards to the Jackson 39. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go, 48-19, Star Valley on top.
9 penalties totaling 71 yards against the Braves tonight.
Braves will advance to 5-0 in the season, 26-game win streak. Here's a handoff to Cope. Nope, it's Wasserloos this time. Nice hole up the middle to the right side. He's able to get down to the 31-yard line and make it second down. Second and about 8.
Kevin Philliby coming in. Going to play some center, I'm guessing.
Clock rolls down to 1:46. Stay with us for Silver Star postgame coverage. Braves are going to win this one. They'll run away with it as Hilton is under center. We'll have stats, postgame interviews, player of the game, Look ahead to next week as homecoming. Cope bounces to the outside, breaks a tackle. He's off 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Ikaika Cope to the house. A minute 24 remains. And the Braves score again.
Well, how about that?
54-19.
How about that? Ikaika Cope breaking it to the outside. He had quite a drive. 5 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown on that drive.
Flag on the field after the play. Probably going to be some sort of celebration penalty against Star Valley's my guess here. It's well away from the ball. Officials are talking to Jackson's sideline, maybe asking if they want this enforced on the extra points or the kick. They will assess it on the kickoff rather than the PAT. So the touchdown stands 54-19. Braves roll, second unit offense scoring. Cope, the big touchdown run. And the blocking up front, really, really good on that drive by the Braves' second offense.
Yeah, like I said, it's basically those two guys, Ikaika Cope and Zach Wasserloos, just running the ball, and they had plenty of room.
PAT's good. Braves lead now 55-19 on SVI.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
Triconadel, Crimson, and Gold are live on SVI.
Star Valley scores late in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter to expand their lead 55-19 on SVI Sports. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus Color Tile kickoff. Locations in Afton and in Alpine. Lawson will boot this one away, and the Braves looking to go 5-0 and pick up a win in the conference opener against the rival Bronx. They'll pooch kick this one again towards the sideline, and touched by Jackson, loose ball. Star Valley says they might have it, and they do. It doesn't go out of bounds, takes a nice hop on the sideline. Jackson not able to contain it off the hop, and the Braves have the ball.
That thing just kind of died right there. And it looks like number 3, that's Weston Krog, recovering that, I think.
Yep, that's correct. So Weston gets the turnover off the kick. And the second unit offense back out onto the field again with Ross Hilton. We're also going to see Zach Delgado in the backfield. He had quite a few carries in the game last week against Soda Springs, and he'll come in and play tailback.
Zach had a touchdown run last week against Soda. Nice drive for him. He's back in there. Half of the twins that make up Gabe and Zach Delgado. And Brendan Barber back there as well.
It'll just be a kneel down, though, for Ross Hilton. And the Braves will have to do that 2 more times to seal the win. They lead at 55-19. So now Star Valley goes 5-0. They extend the win streak. And they pick up a big win on their home field. Homecoming next week for Star Valley against the visiting Powell Panthers.
Seems like Powell always seems to get the Braves at homecoming, and Panthers are young, and they are going to be going up against a Braves team that's won 26 in a row next Friday.
Star Valley will now send in Preston Ross to go under center in the victory formation.
Delay of game on
And a delay of game penalty here against Star Valley, trying to sub in those players late. Again, Preston was a senior who hasn't played all season because of an injury. He's got some time, limited time tonight. Been a blocking receiver. This time he's going to come in and just take a kneel down.
I think it's the first time he's been suited up this year is today.
He will take the snap in the knee. And that will do it. That's all Star Valley has to do. And the game goes final. Star Valley wins 55-19 in the fall brawl. Braves now 5-0 on the season. Jackson will drop down to 3-2 overall on the season as we head into your Silver Star post-game show. Silver Star Internet. Better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com. Post-game coverage on the way, but first let's go to Jake Hibbard with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest studio report and highlights from around the state of Wyoming.
Hey, thank you guys. We've got a close to final game on final score on Cody, but it's still going fourth quarter. This game's moving along really slowly, and it's really upsetting KODI's sports announcer. He wants the running clock back. He left it, but yeah, Powell just scored their first touchdown. It's 49-7. Let's hit the highlights as we will start off in 3A today with Lander and Torrington, and what a fantastic little pick six this was. Finn McFadden grabs it, goes with it. I blame Blake Gantenbein earlier. No, that was Torrington. Final score, Lander 42, Torrington 16. Rollins at Buffalo. This was a fun play. A low snap from Geis goes to Cooper Carlson, and he takes it after dragging a man up the sideline. 61-0. Buffalo finishes out on top in that game. Powell and Cody was just talking about this. We see a little up the gut run. Everyone thought the ball was going out to the right side. You should have known better, I guess, but that's kind of what Cody does, isn't it? 49-7 right now going into the fourth. The running clock, KODI's broadcaster really wants it back. Number 3, number 4, Riverton at Douglas, and number 3 will stand as we had a beautiful little catch and run by Hunter Saltzgaber. That was his third touchdown of the night, and I'm saying it's not official yet, but right now in the fourth quarter, 28-0, Riverton over Douglas. Sheridan Kelly Walsh, this is play of the game. Look at this. Breck Reed, you got the Aussie-style punt. This didn't even exist 20 years ago. Now it's at the high school level. 61 yards, and yeah, sure, 31-3. Maybe the game's in sealed, all in doubt, but 61 yards, that's one for the highlight reel, because we're always looking for a scholarship, right? And if punting's how we can do it, nice win. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake Hibbard, with the highlights post-game presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for the details. Here in this game, Star Valley knocks off Jackson in Afton tonight, 55-19. Your final as Sweet Caroline rains down from the speakers. Everybody dancing on the field and celebrating the win over the rival Bronx. Star Valley 5-0 on the season. Now let's take a look at this game in the numbers with the Battlesome Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats.
A couple different quarterbacks for the Bronx tonight. Grant Johnson with 27 of 39. Ace Emery came in and went 3 of 4, threw a touchdown. A couple nice passes to Tyson Kendall as a combo. They went 30 of 43 for 217 yards through the air. 3 different touchdown receptions, one to Tyson Kendall, one to Liam Logan, and one to Thomas King. Liam Logan had the high water mark, 4 catches, 75 yards, yardage-wise. Jake Simmons had 9 catches for the Bronx receiving corps. 217 through the air, just 21 yards on the ground for a total of 238. Tonight for the Bronx, Johnson threw an interception. The Braves blocked a punt for a touchdown and also recovered an onside kick for 3 turnovers forced. For the Braves, Phoenix Hubby went 10 of 14 for 236 yards, 4 touchdowns tonight for Phoenix Hubby. No turnovers for the Braves tonight. Cooper Lancaster came in and threw one to Hubby for the other completion, 1 for 1, 19 yards. Doing most of the damage. Cooper Lancaster, 5 catches, 165 yards and 2 touchdowns for him. 255 through the air, 34 rushes for 266 on the ground. Kyan Watson had 120 of those in a touchdown for 255 through the air, 266 on the ground, 521 total for the Braves offense tonight as they win this one. And that's your Battleston Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats.
Quality, price, and service located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleston Brothers Flooring. We will have Coach McKay Young and a player, 2, maybe 10. We never know. He'll bring someone over to Amelia Kazare for the Miles CPA sideline report. As we wait for that to happen, how about your player of the game presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
Well, he had a catch for 10 yards. That's not why we're making him the player of the game tonight. He had an interception in the second quarter. He blocked a punt, which resulted in a teammate's touchdown, and he blocked a PAT tonight. Travis Thompson is our player of the game tonight. And yeah, you're going to see that right there. But man, what a game he had all across the board: an interception, a blocked punt, and a blocked PAT to go all around for our Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That is StarValleySkidoo.com. Travis Thompson, your player of the game. Looks like we do have Millie Kazare down on the field. A couple of players. I see Caleb. I see a few others. Let's just send it down to her and go to Millie. Take it away.
In review, I got some great, awesome players who played awesome tonight, and obviously Coach Young. So, you guys, how does it feel to come away with a really good win tonight?
It feels electric, dude.
Yeah,
it's just
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah?
That's awesome.
Home against Jackson, you know, we all got touchdowns. It's just the best night of my life.
Seriously. And how do you feel your performance was tonight?
I felt like I did pretty good. I know these boys did good too.
Yep. First quarter was a little slow, but we picked it up after halftime. We went in there and talked and just picked it up and came together as a team, and we just did our jobs.
Yeah, and what do you think?
Same as Kaika. Did our jobs, A to B, 4 to 6, and that's what happens.
Awesome. Okay, and Coach, what are your overall thoughts on the boys' performance tonight?
Just proud of them. Proud of them, especially for these seniors. This is a game that means a lot to them, and I tip my hat to Jackson. I thought they played well, but super proud of the way that we played, and super excited for these 3 seniors to all score tonight. Got a couple of all 3 of them are Lower Valley kids, a couple of them with a lot of connections on that end. And I think the further north you go in the valley, the more this game means. So to see some Lower Valley guys getting in the barn tonight, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And what impressed you the most about the team's effort?
Again, just physicality. I thought our guys really embraced that part of our identity. You know, you ask old coaches, old players, what makes Star Valley football, and it's that we play a physical brand of ball, and I was proud of the way that the guys lived that tonight.
Awesome. And last question, what do you do to keep the players motivated in a game like this?
Oh, that's not a problem at all. These guys are excited, you know, and like I say, I tip my hat to Jackson. Like, it's easy to get excited when they come out and play as well they did, and it turns into a battle, and, you know, I like the way that our guys responded.
Awesome. Well, it was a really good game, and thanks all for your time, and back to you.
Thank you, guys.
That's Amelia Kazare down on the field with some players and Coach Young with the Miles CPA sideline report. And yeah, you can tell this one means a little extra. You mentioned it for those Lower Valley kids, and absolutely a great game for all of them as Star Valley comes away with the 55-19 win.
Well, and those 3 kids, those are 3 seniors. They don't necessarily get the big pile of touchdowns that maybe some of the other position kids get. Ikaika Cope, Mason Pack, Caleb Erickson all had touchdowns tonight. And then, you know, since we're stoking the fires of the Lower Valley thing tonight, how about Phoenix Hubby tonight? 4 more touchdown passes. He's an Alpine kid. He's got 17 touchdown passes in 5 games. So remember when I said Logan Abrams set the school record in 2009 with 17? Phoenix Hubby's done it in 5 games. Just unbelievable his season like he's done so far.
Off to a good start. Braves extend their record-breaking consecutive win streak. and they go 5-0 on the season to beat Jackson 55-19 as we wrap up your Silver Star postgame show. Silver Star, learn more online at silverstar.com. Homecoming next week. It's going to be a big jam-packed week. The parade on Thursday night, and then you'll have the Powell Panthers on Friday, early kickoff next week for that one.
And don't forget Pink Night on Wednesday, October 1st. Make sure you go home right now, find your pink shirt, and plan to wear it and come to the match on Wednesday. The Lady Braves hosting Preston. It's Pink Night. There's stories online. You can read about it. The proceeds going to go help Susan Loveland for that evening. And cancer sucks. It affects everybody that hears me right now. It's affected somebody in some way. There are literally people in this valley who have beaten cancer because of cancer research, because of fundraising nights just like this. So please show up Wednesday. Buy something with the silent auction, drop a couple bucks, or just show up. But come to Pink Night on Wednesday. We will have that stream for you if you're unable to do it, but we'd love to have you in the gym.
So that's Wednesday night. Thursday night, the parade, Bank of Star Valley tailgate party from 3 to 5 with kickoff against the Panthers at 5 o'clock next week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, producer David Kazare, assisted by Sage Jacobson, Amelia Kazare on the sideline, and as always, a great crew of camera ops out in the cold, bringing you the 4K action on the SBI Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend.